Replacing number 92, the boy in blue. For number 7, Nick from Chatting Blues. Come on, you Blues.
How are we all doing, Bluenoses? It's me again, the boy in blue, back with another video. It's the Blues football phoning and just discussing the season overall, transfer rumours. It's coming to that point now where we're going to start getting the rumours coming in, but we've got a crew on tonight. So joining me tonight is Neil from BlueTube. How you doing, son?
How are you, Jay? How are we, everyone? Good to see you, mate.
Good to see you too, mate. And my Blues brother, Nick.
How are you, Jay?
I'm all right, thanks, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Good to see you, Neil, as well.
Good to see you, Nick.
Yeah.
A surprise guest as well, the one who sponsors me, Woody the Fox. How you doing, son?
Yeah, hi, Jay. Hi, everyone. First
How are
time.
you, mate?
Going live.
He's a live newbie.
Yeah.
How you doing, mate? You good?
Yeah, all good. Enjoying that sun as well.
That's it, mate. I saw your water pistol fight earlier on Facebook. Sun's out, guns out.
Got some blisters now using those pistols.
Yeah, so it's just a chilled one tonight, lads. Just reflecting on the season, and like obviously now it's getting to the point where transfer rumours and that are going to start to emerge. And I know when you done your live stream the other night, Nick, I was watching and using about like Poku and stuff. He's done a good review on him for people that didn't know much about him, and that was brilliant, mate. So yeah, we'll start with Nick if you want, mate. Of what you think of the season, players.
Yeah. Well, it's been more than I expected. Do you know what I mean? I've mentioned this before. Kind of like I just wanted to get out of this division first time of asking. You know, whether it be by playoffs and automatics, and to go and break all the records as we have done, and especially kick on after like the January. I think we really kicked on sort of like that period, and just showed the whole division out, the sort of quality we had. Do you know what I mean? And 111 points is absolutely massive. Do you know what I mean? The squad for me is just the whole squad played a part. It wasn't as if like we had whoever came in that starting 11, whoever they hadn't played for 5 or 6 weeks, looked like that they hadn't been out. Do you know what I mean? So the group of players what he's brought this season, and he does mention it a lot. Does Chris Davis about the characters? First and foremost, the character. He's going to know about the footballing side of the signing he's going to make, but he does his in-depth analysis on the character. So it seems like he's got some really good lads in the building this season. Massive overhaul. Okay, yeah, we've spent a few quid, but that doesn't automatically get you success. There's plenty of other examples like that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, he's done really well. The manager's done really well. The players have done really well. The fans have pulled their part as well, played their part. Sorry, and yeah, man, just looking forward to next season now, mate. Really, like I say, glad to get out of this league quick time. I wouldn't have liked to have done another season in this League One. I don't know about you guys. But yeah, man, buzzing. Season finished now. Now before we transfer around the rumours, it's going to be another wild transfer window. I think I really do. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I mean, just going back quickly to what you were saying about like the group of players and that he's brought in. Like for me, like the unity, like the bond that the players had as well. I think that was a massive part of being successful for a team, and that was brilliant. Like, but yeah, great analysis, and same as you, mate. I'm just glad to come out of that league now. Woody, what do you think, mate?
I think the whole culture's changed at Birmingham. I think before we was so used to losing that we accepted it when we went 1-0 down. But there's been a few times where we've gone 1 and 2-0 down and we've come back and won the game. And it's always felt like we always had it in us to go and do that.
Mm.
So I think the whole like mentality shift is something like Chris Davies has done, exceedingly well with all the players that he's worked with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the season like overall though? Woody, I mean we've had a good laugh, haven't we? We've been the amount of memories we've made, and same with you guys as well. Neil and Nick, look, we've had a good season for like results, obviously breaking records, but like just the relief of getting out of League One and that, and just looking back at it. What do you think, Woody?
I think as a whole, we've done exceedingly well. It's probably gone better than we would expected. We would accepted going up. That was the main priority, and everything else was a bonus. And to break the points record on 111 points, that is some going. Because even when we got promoted as champions, we still carried on, which is still the winning mindset, and that's what's very impressive as well. We wasn't at the beach. We was true to the last whistle.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think, Neil?
Totally, yeah. Just reflecting what the two guys have said, but for me, out of all the seasons that I remember as being good seasons, this, even though it's been League One, this has blown all my memories out the water just for the way that we've gone about it this year. And I think there's so many more elements with Blues now. Like before in the past, knowing about the running of the club wasn't so sort of up there on as being a fan. You knew like things were going on, but now it's part of what we support, isn't it? We are supporting the people at the top level of our club. And we've never had that, have we? I mean, if you'd have told me a few years ago, like the chairman will be involved, I'd have been like, well, no, they should be sort of out of the way and kept where they stay, really, and let us enjoy the, what goes on the pitch. But when you read with United, Tom Wagner, even like your Gary Cooks and your Jeremy Dales, they're approachable people. They're good faces of the club. And, we can name pretty much all our board now. Most people know who they are, whereas in years gone by, you'd have asked me who does what, like on the board. I've no idea. And so that's something that's a big change for me. And just going on from what Michael was saying about one thing I wanted to mention that Michael brought up towards the end of the season, actually, I wanted to mention. Just before the Virtue Trophy, he was saying, would you prefer to go and break the points record or win the Virtue Trophy? And I said, win the Virtue Trophy. And Michael was like, no, I think the points record's more important.
Yeah.
But you know what, Woody? You're absolutely spot on now, because that will go down in history, and I can't see anyone breaking that for many, many seasons. In
that
my
was,
lifetime.
Well, that was what you asked me, Nick, wasn't it, Woody, on the phone? Like, would you rather win and have the points record and make a bit of history, or would you rather win the trophy? Like you said, every season somebody's going to win that trophy. I'm looking back now, and just like Neil said, history's been made. We put our name in the book, and personally, I don't think it's going to be broken anytime soon. Maybe not even my lifetime. What do you think, Nick, as well? Because we had that conversation, didn't we, mate?
Yeah. At the time, I said, so we was gearing up for Wembley when the question was asked, and I remember saying that I wanted the cup, and I suppose in hindsight, the points record now is kind of like I would have took the points record. I think it's because the reason why I said that the cup is because we was almost a week away from Wembley. Yeah. Everyone was so excited for it, and I just thought if we go there and we lose, it's going to be, everyone's going to be so gutted. Do you know what I mean? But no, listen, man. Yeah, definitely the points record. I think, like, for me to say the Vertigo Cup, whatever it's called, at the time was kind of valid to say that, but now I think like the 111 points, like you said, Jay, it's not going to be beaten. I can't even see it being beaten ever. I can't. Do you know what I mean? Nice one, Emu.
Well, Bluenoses and Nick, Neil, Woody, this ain't just a normal. These ain't normal records. This is global.
It's global, yeah.
Woody's face, he loves it. Look, this is Chris Davies' first managerial season, and look what he's done already. He smashed every record. All right, we lost the Virtue Trophy, but we've pissed the league, let's be honest. And what I like as well about what you were saying as well, Neil, with the directors and that, what I really love about Blues is the transparency. So, for one, for me, what they say, they do. And I like that we all know what's going on. There's no like what we had before with previous owners that we don't know what's going on. We know what's going on. And as well, when we've had the open houses as well, Tom Wagner, like he's even said, he wants you to ask him anything. So there's no like filters or anything. You can literally ask him what you want, and that's what you want as an owner. And I just think, honestly, now, like, we're pinching ourselves, and we just got to just enjoy it. And it's just brilliant, honestly. But I've got a question for you guys as well. We'll start with Woody. Like, how do you feel that Chris Davies is going to be in the Championship?
Well, let's look at his pedigree. He's managed some of the top clubs in England in an assistant capacity. He's used to being at clubs that are demanding winning. So the Championship, I think, is going to be like a duck to water. I think the reason why he's came here, he could see the project, he could see the enthusiasm. He delivered the first occasion, and United aren't here to mess about, are they? Let's be honest. No. We heard the rousing speech that Tom Wagner's done at St Andrews and at the ICC.
Yeah.
So they are really happy with their choice of manager, and we all are. To say that is his first season, and let's give some context here. Birmingham's history was 89 points, finishing in league points, and he's done it his first season with 111. So I don't think this Chris Davies got anything to worry about in terms of the Championship. And if truth be told, I think we're only going to further strengthen heavily again.
Yeah.
And that'll probably be less quantity, but more quality players. I don't think there's going to be a massive 17-player exodus again and a massive squad change, but I think it'll be, you know, a decent amount of 6 probably, but they'll be like high quality players.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Nick?
Yeah. I think we'll probably see 5, 6, or 7 come in. We'll see a few leave. You know, for me, the main areas, you know, which I always talk about is the 3 behind the striker. Yeah. You know, getting that right. You know, getting the service into Jay Stansfield, getting them through balls in. I mean, this Poku one seems to be almost done. You know, so I think that's going to be a great signing on that right-hand side if we can get him. If we can get him in, which is like I say, it's looking likely. You know, can you imagine having like Ethan Laird and Ethan Laird overlapping and Poku cutting inside on that right-hand side? Be dangerous, mate. Do you know what I mean? And then maybe bringing someone else as well as a winger, a right winger. I mean, I'd love to see that Tom Fellows from West Brom.
Yeah.
And then you start looking at a number 10. You know, whether Dowell's going to be kept around, I'm not 100% sure. I'd like to think we can get better than Dowell. I know he's keen on Williamson as well, but like I always say, I think we go big in that number 10 spot because it's a position what's really influential when it gets going. That number 10 linking up the play. And also as well, like the 2 6s, I want to see Pike and Iwata start getting more goals and assists as well next season. You know, obviously on the left as well, behind the striker, I know we've got Keisha Anderson and Emil Hansen, but I think we might see another 2 coming there as well, guys. So yeah, they're my main, and we will see a striker coming as well. I know there's been talk of Che Adams, and people are a bit 50-50 with Che Adams. Some people are saying that it's not worth going back, but the thing is, if you get the Che Adams what we had in that one season, you'd take it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it's a bit of a risk. So I understand both takes on whether people would like Che Adams or not. But I think we get a number 9 in as well. A left back, and it looks like we're going to get another centre back alongside Newman as well as Newman. Sorry.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Neil?
Yeah, on Chris Davis, I think, and we've said this before, I don't think he's anything but just wanting to go out and not just try and get points on the board, but he's just got such a winning, forward-thinking mentality to the game, and he's got that charisma about him where he doesn't get carried away. He seems to have that he's a lovable character without getting carried away, isn't he? He's got that balance perfectly. He's brilliant in front of the cameras. He's brilliant with the fans, and those players seem to just want to, put everything on the pitch for him. And I think with those elements, it's really exciting times coming ahead. And with what Tom Wagner was saying on the speech next year, you haven't seen nothing yet, and we're going all out, and there's going to be more to come with the spending in the close season now. From like you're saying, the transparency that you just mentioned, I think we're going to be wowed again. I think everyone's been saying we're in for a shock. I think we're in for another nice surprise in the close season, aren't we?
Yeah. I think it's going to be like last season, personally, where that we're going to hear players coming in that we've never. It's going to come as a surprise again. I think with some sort, we're going to have like an idea of some players, but I think we're going to have a nice few surprises again.
Yeah.
But like another thing, what I like about Chris Davis, like I was watching some of his interviews through the season, like, and what I really like about Chris Davis, he's like, you could be the best football player in the world, but if your attitude ain't there and you're not a team player, he's openly said he wants the right people around him, and if you've got the right attitude, these are the kind of players that he wants. And going back to what we've all mentioned about the unity and stuff, I mean, you can tell the players that he's brought in. Like the squad that we had last season, it was a different kettle of fish. This season just gone, like the bond that the lads have had, they've got into scuffles and stuff. They've all huddled around each other, sticking up for each other. Interaction with the fans as well. Like you just said, Neil, playing for Chris Davis, the one to play for him. So he's obviously doing something right. I mean, what do you lads think about that? Well, what do you reckon, Woody?
I think just going back on the transfer, one thing you guys saw, we've been linked with, I think, the Bournemouth keeper, Tavers. And what's quite interesting that he played, I believe, the first half at Stoke, and I probably went to Middlesbrough the second half. But reports are saying that neither one of them can compete financially against us. And if that doesn't give you some serious wow, we're coming up and cherry picking the best. We're in for a good time here. Yeah. And let it continue, this winning streak. I think we're gonna have a real positive season. Really do.
Can you see back-to-back promotions, Woody, or challenging for it?
I don't want to put any pressure on, but I'd be happy with.
This is just an opinion, and for people that are watching, this is not like what we had last season. Are you arrogant? This is just passionate fans who just love the club. It's just opinions. Do you think that we could be either a mid-table team, potentially challenge for promotion, or potentially win the league?
We're already a mid-table team, truth be told, at the moment.
Yeah.
And I think if we could push on, I would say playoffs with the signings we can make, and anything else again would be a bonus.
Yeah.
I think Ipswich was it was a remarkable achievement. Not many do that at all. But the way that Blues are talking, they want to do that.
Yeah.
That is the aim of the game here.
Yeah.
What do you think, Nick?
Yeah. I think like you know, after hearing the Wagner speech the other night at the
Oh, he's gone. Neil. Oh, he's back.
He sounds gone.
Can't hear you, mate.
Your sound's gone, mate.
Sorry, is that all right now?
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, perfect.
Yeah, it's right. My leads are a bit dodgy tonight. So, yeah, after hearing his speeches, it seems very much like
He's gone again. Neil.
Yeah. Okay. As the season finished, and we sort of won the last few games without even breaking a sweat, didn't we? And we started thinking about the championship next year. And my thinking on what we had, I'd have been happy with a mid-table finish next year in preparation for pushing on.
Yeah.
But the more I speak with people, even around the club, and I tell you what, listening to some of the people, I spoke to some of the people involved in like the reporting side of things for the Blues, the official press and that, which was really nice. It gave us the opportunity to speak to so many people, didn't it, last week?
Yeah.
And after speaking to them and I don't think they know anything in particular, but from what they were saying and what they're being told and led to believe on the official side of things with the signings that we're going to be making, I'm thinking we should be pushing at least for playoffs, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm usually a bit of a pessimist, to be honest with you, but I'm really feeling good about what's going to happen this coming season. I am.
Yeah, me too.
You know how you guard yourself, though, especially being a Blues fan of old, you sort of hold that bit back, don't you? But I think we can start believing in Blues a bit now because, like you say, Jay, what they say they're going to do, they do. Yes, there's been mistakes, and there's going to be mistakes along the way. Won't mention Rooney, or already have. Okay. But they soon put these things right, and they learn from it, don't they?
Yeah.
And that's what it's reflecting
we all
on stuff moving forward.
It's like us, you know, we get to work, we all make mistakes, but what makes you like good at your craft is making these mistakes. And it's how you get out of these mistakes. You know, I made mistakes, I do my job, and it's just, you know, we're all like human at the end of the day. We all make mistakes. And you know what they've done this season, they've more than made up for, you know, what happened last season with like how many managers we had, 8, 9 managers, including the interim managers as well. It was just, you know, and all these managers got different ideologies of how they want to prepare for these games, tactics and stuff. And now the players don't know where they're coming or going. Blues fans are getting obviously like annoyed and stuff, but like this season, mate, you can't pick one foot. You know, we've smashed every record. They even said it was going to be a blip. We got relegated. We're back again now in the Championship, where we should have started off with Tom Wagner's vision. We're back in there now with a better bunch of players, better unity, not just on the pitch but the fans as well. And just going quickly on what Tom Wagner was saying about, there's been a lot of fans. Then this one like kind of like shook me a little bit, like the goosebumps down my spine a little bit when he went. There's fans that haven't been for a while and I want to get them back. And it's just like fantastic. And these are the kind of people that you want to run a football club, you know. And you can't knock it. But yeah, there's a few rumours anyway, lads. So obviously we mentioned Shay Adams. Would you rather have him back or the Poku? But also as well, Ben Davies has obviously returned to Rangers. There is an article, like obviously, like we don't know if it's a rumour or not, that Blues might potentially try and sign him. But at the start of the season, Chris Davies wasn't playing him, was he? Because obviously Bailey was at the back with Clara, and then he got injured, didn't he? And then he was using him. But like, to be honest, I've been really, really impressed with Ben Davies this season. And even if he doesn't play him and start, you know, he's definitely a good player, like a impact player to bring on the bench. What do you think, Nick? Ben Davies? Ben
Davies, yeah, I'd like to keep him, mate, because he's left-footed, isn't he? So it's, you know, they're rare to come across these left-footed centre backs. He's proven that for me. He's proven he could hack it in the Championship. So, yeah, man, I'd definitely like to keep him around. 100%, mate.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
What do you think, Woody?
I think, like, obviously what you just said about Chris Davis with not dropping Bielik for Davis. I think Chris Davis is very loyal, and he wants to build players' confidence up.
Yeah.
And it was the same. I've lost my train of thought, but I was basically going to say that he's the captain of the club, so it's going to be hard to drop him. But you know, he gave Bielik quite a few games, and Davis he took the chance, you know, and the rest is history.
Yeah,
he's done remarkable. And to say these players are willing to drop down from much higher divisions to League One is a testament to where Blues are, and the money that we've got now. But I think it's more than just the money. They can see that this team is going to go places. I'm a big fan of Davis and Clara as a partnership as well. I think they've been remarkable. I think there's a real good connection. I definitely feel more comfortable with Davis at centre back than Bielik. I think Bielik's a little bit too slow, in all fairness, where like I think Davis reads the game better.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd be more than happy to sign Ben Davis. I think it'd be a astute appointment.
Yeah, Neil?
Yeah, I think the mentality with Bielik as well is that he was sort of put there by Mowbray, wasn't he, as a make-do at one time to cover because we just didn't have anything, and he ended up staying there because he did such a good job. But like you've already said, I think Nick mentioned that a natural left-footed centre-back, and for him to do as well as he has been brilliant. And I know that the last time it was mentioned in the press about him signing permanently, I think all he said was that he'd have to look at it, and he's just sort of left it with his agents. But if it was a real possibility, then he'd have to consider it. But I know that he's on quite a wage, isn't he, with Rangers?
Yeah,
which I don't think that would be a massive problem for Blues, but you don't want to upset the apple cart, do you, as well at the same time? So that could be the stumbling block. At the same time, I'm sure Blues are in a position where they can work it out without going silly. Excuse me, guys. Without being too frivolous with wages as well, because I think they've still got to keep a level, haven't they?
Yeah.
I'd certainly have him.
There's one more thing I want to mention, just before I turn the foul lines on for the Bluenoses to ring in and stuff. Obviously, as well, now we come to that point now where we obviously rebuilt the squad, and a lot of players we loaned out. These players will obviously return to Blues. We've got the likes of Dion Sanderson coming back, Tyler Roberts. These kind of players. Do you think that these kind of players could fit into what Chris Davis wants? I mean, what's your views on these lads, Nick?
Nah, none of them. None of them for me, mate. I think everyone went out.
You got George Hall as well. Players like that you wouldn't keep any of them.
Nah, I don't think they was good enough in League One, and I definitely don't think they'll be good enough for the Championship, especially the amount of players we've got. I think they'll be offloaded, mate. I think maybe George Hall we might keep and send him out on another loan. Yeah. Obviously the likes of Sanderson, Brendan Keller, probably send him out on a loan as well. Sanderson would be sold, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of out with the old now and in with the new guys. Longhello
and Donovan, players like that. So you'd pretty much get no.
Yeah, I'd get rid of all of them, mate. I don't think none. Donovan showed flashes of quality under Rooney, but I just don't think it suits Chris Davies' side. And now I think we can do better. I do, man. I think we can do better.
What do you think, Woody?
I think obviously they got loaned out for a reason. In all fairness, you have to look at how well they did at their new clubs. And other than Brandon Keller, who can say, I got promoted with Bradford, I don't think anyone has staked a claim to be anywhere near that first team, let alone the bench. and we're only going to invest heavy anyway. So yeah, like Nick said, I wouldn't be. I think that'd be it. To be fair, I think that John Eustace was the big appeal for Dion Sanderson to go to Blackburn, and I think he probably will eventually go to Derby County.
Yeah.
And good luck to him. He had an amazing chance at Blues, and he pissed it up the wall.
Yeah,
he was a captain at 23 or something like that, which is remarkable. But he didn't take the opportunity well. So if he can reunite his career at championship level with Derby, then fair enough. But he won't be Ram Blues.
Yeah. What do you think, Neil? Sorry, Nick. What was you saying, Mike?
Here's a question for you guys before we get the phone lines open. I'll get to Neil for this because Neil was just about to answer that. Because people are asking in the comments about Christopher Bielik. What would you do with Bielik, Neil?
It's really difficult. If you'd have asked me, it's what a couple of difference, a week or two makes. Because if you'd have asked me a couple of weeks ago when we were a League One team, Bielik and all these loanees, you could see them playing a part. But the mentality's changed so much now, hasn't it? Because we're a Championship team again, looking to move to the Prem. And being honest, I mean, I love Bielik, but is there a job he can do for us now? Because at the moment he's just like a statesman for us, isn't he? And I wanted to mention, I nearly said this earlier on, and again, I went to one of the OSC meetings only a few months back, and it was guards with Jeremy Dale, and someone asked a question about transfers, and they are building for the Premiership now. That's how Blues mentality is. And they were saying there's going to be some unsavoury and some unhappy decisions about players. There's going to be fans' favourites being sold, but that will be for the betterment of the club and for the improvement. And one of the rumours I've seen today, I don't know if you guys have seen it as well, and he's one of my favourite players at the moment. And
Ethan
Laird.
He's been,
with Victors or something. I don't know how true that is. And I'd be gutted, but at the same time, if it steps us in the right direction for someone else to come in and take us up another notch, then I'll accept it because
I just want to mention one quick point, Neil. Right, and you got to look at this, right, because Tom Wagner, right? From the critics' point of view, right, he's coming to Blues. He's done what he's got to do now. Bearing in mind, he's a businessman, so he doesn't need to know anything about football because he's got people below him to run the club. He's trying to bring the money in to better the club. So where I think he's, because he's working his wonders and stuff, he's getting all these revenue partnerships in place to bring in the money to better the club on the pitch, off the pitch. And I think as well, like you said, there's going to be a lot of fan favourites that might go. And I think he's really clever because what he's done is he's brought some of these players in that have dropped down. I'm not saying that I don't know who might go, but what I'm saying is because he was in League One, he's brought these players in, and I think they've really stood out. So if you're a team that's looking in on Blues, smashing all these records, there's going to be teams that are going to be paying over the odds for these players, i.e., more money in Blues' pocket, i.e., more money what Tom Wagner's making to pump back into the club. So I think what he's done really, in League One as well, he's very, very clever. And like you say, he's building for the Premiership to bring us more money in to get these better players. I mean, what do you lads think about that, Nick?
Yeah, I totally agree. We at the start of the last season. So when we started League One, we was recruiting for the Championship. Now we're in the Championship. I would imagine the majority of signings we see over this summer will be touching on Premier League quality. Do you know what I mean? Because they won't want to be in this Championship any longer than 2 seasons, guys. I think if we can get into the playoffs, that'll be acceptable. And then the following season, it's got to be like an autumn. It's got to be getting out of that league, out of the Championship. So, yeah, I think some of the signings are going to really shock us. Do you know what I mean? I really do. They're not just going to be decent Championship players, or there'll be Championship players what have performed at the highest standard this season. You know, I was thinking of Bourgeois from Norwich, you know, attracting players like that. There's a few as well what have gone down from the Championship. There's a few Luton players and Plymouth Argyle players, Barley Mumba, Morgan Whittaker. Do you know what I mean? Who were top end Championship players. What could push on for a Premier League in the future, only young as well. So there's lots of spinning plates, and like I think Neil mentioned earlier about the reach as well. We've got, you know, we're not just scouting in England. We're scouting in, you know, the Scandinavians, the Dutch leagues. We're all over the shop. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sorry guys, got a really bad cold, man. So yeah, we'll be fine, man, and we will see a few. I don't know who mentioned it earlier about we'll see players coming who we won't even know their names. Do you know what I mean? And they'll be ballers. So yeah, really looking forward to it, man.
What do you reckon, Woody?
Well, I think if we're attracting like Stansfield in League One, I think we'll be attracting more Premiership equivalent. So I've got full trust in Chris Davis. I think all his players he's bought in bar one has worked really well. And I reckon that goalkeeping spot will definitely get another goalkeeper in this transfer window. But yeah, I think that pushing on, we're going to get some serious quality. And Blues at the minute is a hot project, and it's a hot place to be, and it's going to appeal to a lot of people. And I think we're only going to push on, you know, with some quality players, and especially with the financial backing.
Yeah.
If we're already beating Middlesbrough and Stoke and others, you can see that where the player's mind is going to be.
Yeah. Could you see what I was kind of on about though with him bringing players like dropping down leagues for League One though, Woody? Because Sonic was saying, you know, about these players that might be a few shocks where players that we've got attached to that might potentially go, because obviously we're trying to build, you know, to get back to the Premier League, and then some of these players good enough for the Premier League for one, but also as well because he's a businessman, bringing these decent players to League One. It's kind of like all the limelight that we've had on the club and stuff. You know, Birmingham is spending this. Birmingham have smashed all these records, and these teams looking into potentially make their squads better could be looking at paying over the odds for these players. And like I mentioned, it's more money in our pocket, you know, more revenue, more investment. I mean, what's your views on that, Woody?
Well, it's the nature of competitive sport. There isn't no loyalty, is there? It's a results business, and you shouldn't get too sentimental on players. It's a business, and if he can buy in players at X but sell them at Y, one, it's showing that Chris Davis has took these players and made them better players.
Yeah.
So it's only showing that everyone's doing their job.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. What do you reckon, Neil?
Well, yeah, on that, there's a couple of things that came to my mind. When Tom Wagner mentioned about us going up to the Championship, we're going to be financially more like the clubs that are parachute payments, aren't we? But on the other spin of that is that my impression of our club now is, whereas in the past, when you remember the David Gold days and Barry Fry, much as you know they did really well for us at the time in a particular way, we made do and we scrapped to get where we got. I think Knighthead and the board now, the mentality is, if we're going to be the best, we buy the best.
Yeah.
Rather than let's try and buy cheap and make it, polish a turd, if you will. Whereas now, I mean, and the best example I can use for that is like bringing players like Iwata in. That guy is a Premiership player.
Yeah.
He could slot into Premiership, a Premiership team now, and not look out of place. I think
Clara now.
Clara.
Yeah.
We have got the backbone of
a Premier League team.
Premiership team, and that's what we've got to look forward to. Moving on, and that's why I think the future's so rosy for the Blues next season. I'm really excited about next season. I am.
We all are.
Right.
time for the Bluenoses to get their calls in, so we're going to turn the phone lines on. Hopefully there's no technical issues and you can all hear us. So Bluenoses, get ringing in, get your thoughts, players you'd want to keep, want to sell. Obviously we've got the loanees coming back as well now, and yeah, it'd be great to hear like season overall, memories made, record breakers as well. So yeah, it'd be good to just have a general conversation with you and hear your thoughts. So we're going to turn them on now. I've just got to find the right screen now, and there we go. What do you think then, Woody? You loving it?
It's all right, isn't it?
A natural.
I mean, just replying back to Lee Burke, I was basically saying that if players are getting sold for more than we are getting, then Chris Davis has made them better.
Yeah,
But just being associated with what's going on at the Blues at the moment, all eyes are on us, aren't they? You know, you're going to have everybody coming and having a look, see what they can poach away from us.
Hello.
At the same time, though.
Hello, Jay, you alright?
How you doing, mate?
I'm good, thank you. You?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you, mate. This is Chris,
Chris.
isn't it?
Hi, you Chris. You okay, mate?
How you doing? Like hello Neil and hello to Woody.
You all right, Chris?
All right, Chris.
Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say, you know, obviously, I've had a call for a while, so you know, I thought, you know,
It's good to hear from you, mate. Can you hear everybody okay as well?
I can, yeah, I can.
Superb.
And I won't. I'll go in the room. I'll go in the other room because I've got a telly on now. I thought Cash can't hear me.
That's all right, mate. No worries.
And you know, but I've got to say what a season it's been. You know, breaking all the records and you know. Yeah.
What about players? What favourite players coming and going? We've got the loanee coming back. I mean, what's your thoughts on all this, Chris? Things that we've mentioned. Like, any points you want to talk about?
I think, I see Sanderson going. To be fair,
yeah.
Probably low. Well, obviously if you're going with a goalie in, I see 𝒃𝒂𝒄𝒅 going. To be fair,
yeah.
Poku, I'll take him. Yeah. He's a good player, very good player. Sorry, what's that? Sorry, what are you saying? Sorry.
Do you think we can have a few surprises in this transfer window again, like we did at the start of the season just gone?
I think we could do. To be fair, yeah.
Yes, choose.
Have you got any? Have you got any questions you want to ask Nick, Woody, or Neil?
I was going to ask, like, where do you think we'll finish next season? Like to all of you guys.
We'll start with Nick first.
Yeah. I'm going to go for top six. Top six. I'm going to go for. I think. I think that's where the owners expect us to finish. I think. Not for me personally. Like, if we finished 10th, it wouldn't be a bad season for me. But I think
no. I'll take that. I'll take top 10.
No, I'll take top six. I think top six has got to be the aim this season. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for me anyway. Yeah.
Woody?
Yeah. So I asked this exact question to Jeremy Dale at the awards event, and the reply back was that Tom Wagner doesn't use the word consolidation.
Yeah.
So that tells you everything about what his ambitions and aspirations are.
Yeah.
I would say, again, echo Nick and say a top six is what Blues hierarchy are looking at.
Yeah.
And I think, why not? Yeah. I'm not here to consolidate either. So I would go, top six would be a good season for Blues.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Neil?
Yeah.
Well, get ready to make a short out of this little clip at the end of the season, Jay, because I'm going to be that person that says we're going to go automatic.
Go on.
That'll be top one or two. Do you know why? Because who are we going to fear in the championship next year?
Yeah, no,
name a team that we're going to fear. Name a team that's better than us now.
It's true, man. Honestly,
We're going to improve on this. That's why I'm being confident.
Yeah.
Watch this space.
What do you reckon to that, Chris?
Oh yeah, I like that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
absolutely love that.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go. There you go.
Oh yeah,
Put me in the changing room before the
Oh,
match is
yeah.
on.
Oh, yeah.
oh, yeah, like Tom Magnus' speech though.
Do you remember that advert? With the dog in the back. Oh, yeah. Churchill, was it?
Churchill.
Oh yeah, but I was gonna say Tom Magnus' speech was just immense. You know.
Oh, mate, super, mate. Me and Woody was hugging each other at the table.
Not taking any shit, you know.
Yeah, when Tom Magner was doing his speech after we ate like everybody else's food, me and Woody was like hugging each other, weren't we, mate? Just like what a bloke, what a bloke. Tom Magner, mate. Come on, you blue boys. We're on the up, Chris, mate. At the end of the day, and you know, I think there's going to be a lot more joys in in comparison to the last few years we've had, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, have you got anything you want to say to the Bluenoses that are watching, mate?
I'll say keep right on. The good times are coming back, and shit on the Villa.
Beautiful, mate. Beautiful, son.
Okay, I'll let you guys get on there.
Cheers for ringing in, Chris.
Nice one, Chris.
All the best, Chris.
Right on, mate. Up the Blues.
Keep on. Take care. Bye.
It's all right, mate.
Keep right on, mate. Yeah.
No, I honestly agree. I just think that it's going to be a bloody good season coming up. I don't think we need that mentality. We've got to get the old Blues out of our system now, boys. We've got to just start being positive, get behind them, because things are going to look good this season, I think, coming up.
Hello.
All right, Jay.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, so mate. Steve, I phoned you a few times this season.
How you doing, Steve?
I'm doing fine, mate.
I remember you, mate. I remember you, son. How you?
We've had a fantastic season this year, haven't we?
It's been super,
unreal.
mate. Yeah, but yeah, unreal. Yeah, one of the words I use, and it's been fantastic, mate.
You'll be around to tell your grandkids that you was there to see you.
Yeah. We needed this though, didn't we? You know, getting relegated, it was a weird feeling when at the start of last season.
I think that was the way it happened, because all the other teams winning.
Yeah.
That, you know, it just wouldn't happen, would it?
Only Blues.
It's only Blues. It's like when we got relegated from the Premiership.
Yeah, and we won the cup.
42 points we got relegated on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now you've got these so-called Premier teams now, and they're being relegated. One's got 12 points.
Yeah.
And the other one's got whatever they've got, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Like, looking back at the season for you, Steve, I mean, like, how's it been for you in terms of...
Amazing. Some of the atmospheres that we've had down there have just been unreal. I mean, that last game when we picked the cup up.
Yeah.
The crowd was just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was fantastic, weren't it, mate?
Yeah.
Do you want to say hello to Woody and Neil as well, mate, 'cause they're here as well?
All right, lads. How you going?
You right, Steve?
Yeah, you're right, Steve.
Yeah. Nick keeps glitching, doesn't
he? He's dropped out again, and he bless him.
Anyway, I think Chris Davis is under more pressure this season.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah.
Well, he did say that he likes pressure, though, didn't he? And that's one thing I like about him as well. He likes being under pressure.
I think he's going to get it, mate, because look, listening to Tom Wagner when he makes his speeches and what else have you, he's not going to settle for second best or anything. Yeah. He'll want us in around the playoffs and what else have you.
Yeah.
And he would. I know it sounds stupid, but if we're not around, I mean, by Christmas, I can see them getting rid of him because of the amount of money what they're talking about spending. They ain't going to put up with 10th or anything like that, are they?
I'll let Woody answer that one. Go on, Woody. What you reckon?
I think you've got to be careful. We don't want to become like a Watford and just start sacking managers because they're not doing it by Christmas. I think Chris Davis done remarkable. If we start ripping up what we've created so far, possibly could be a Rooney situation version 2. As long as we're not getting relegated and around that mix, I think mid-table or onwards, I would definitely be sticking with him.
I'm not saying to get rid of him.
Yeah.
It's just
what Tom Wagner might think.
They're doing it the American way, ain't they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's all gun go.
I think at the minute what Blues need now, like after last season, is stability. And
I mean, I'm with Neil. I think we'll win it.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah. I think we'll win it.
Even though the pressure's going to be on him.
No, but the thing is, people are saying it's going to be easier, but it's not.
Yeah.
You won't be able to play as much football as you think, because there's still going to be teams in there that are going to just put 10 men behind the ball.
Well, I think it'll be different to League One, mate. I think it's going to be a bit more
fast
flowing. I think it's going to open up more a bit. There's going to be.
I can name 2 teams now for definite.
Yeah.
You got Oxford under Rabbit.
Yeah.
And then you've got Derby under you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They will plant 10 players behind the ball. I mean, I don't know whether you watched the playoff last night, Coventry-Sunderland.
Yeah.
You see how many they put behind the ball, and they was just relying on the break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it ain't going to be as easy as you think. But we'll see what they do in the window.
What about
be confident.
Yeah,
I see this season as just the warm up. I do.
Yeah,
that's the mentality I'm getting into. That is.
Go on.
Yeah. I believe we win it, but I don't want them to bring Adams back. I really don't want them to bring Adams back.
I was going to say, because we've got these Bluenese players as well, Steve. So it's great you're mentioning Che Adams for one, but obviously we've got these players that we loaned out as well. I mean, can you see any of these players fitting in with Chris Davis's style of play?
They haven't done it with the teams that they've gone out to, have they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just that's from the previous regime. They threw money at stupid players and what else have you? And it just didn't work. We just got to rely on what they do with the stats now. It's not a game like it used to be.
Yeah,
it's all stat risen. You know what I mean? And personalities and everything's got to blend.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
All I can say to you, Stu, is we're on our way.
Yeah, it's absolutely unreal.
We're on our way, mate.
Our season was absolutely unreal. I can't see that points record ever being beaten.
No.
I really can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
By us next year.
We're going to go from 12.
No, we'll get 120 in the championship.
Go on, Steve. But isn't this great, though? We're all having a conversation. We're laughing and joking. There's smiles.
Yeah.
There's that good feel factor. It's brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, amazing.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely amazing. But I just want to see who they buy. I really do. That's all I want to see. Do
you think there's going to be some surprises in the transfer window and players that we might be attached to that might go?
I think that we're going to see some names like we did this season that we don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're probably liking it up in another league, like in Portugal or Spain or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think what because of the way Chris Davis wants to play, he wants more technical players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We know they're looking further afield, like Asia and that. The Japanese countries and like South Korea. They're still looking out there. They've got the scouts out that way, looking for the next big thing. We've still got Yokoyama to come back. Would you keep him?
I love him. I do. Whenever he come on the pitch, he got the bums off the seat.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He excited people, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, Neil, you probably know, but you remember Jose Dominguez?
Yes, yeah. We were talking about it. Ben and me were talking about Yokoyama, and a lot of people saying it's because he wasn't adapting to what Davis wanted in the team. But I sort of described him as what we were calling like a wild card, almost like, and I wasn't comparing him to Gaza, but that type of player where you can't control what he does, but he just has that bit of magic, and he can inspire something to happen and make an opening. And a couple of times this season, when he was on, he scored a couple when he was on, and he was making, like putting a few assists in as well. So, I mean, it's not for us to decide that, but I would love to see him take, some sort of role up in the championship coming forward. But
the good thing this year, Neil, is that we can have 9 subs.
Yes, that's something I'm looking forward to. You can almost change the team. Or
So
you've got so many options, haven't you?
You've got more variety that you can put on the bench to change games.
I'll tell you why I'm so confident, as well, is because we've been playing a more adapted game to the championship all season when we've been playing up against this men behind the ball system, and we've had to develop a sort of plan B and plan C to adapt to overcome some of the teams in League One, haven't we? And that's why, in a way, I wasn't really joking that it was a bit of a warm-up season for us, because we have been looking to the championship in our style of play. We've shown that we can battle and get results that way, but also I think the next step is just having that number 10 that can create a few more chances and get a few assists in and a few goals. And if we do bring some, like speed and pace on the wings, I think it really will. I don't think there's that many tweaks needed, but I think we will see. I think about 6, maybe 7 or even 8 players coming in the close season.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it'll really just push us onto the next level. I'm just being really confident with what I'm hearing. The vibes around the club.
Well, when you look at last season, we played very few games with wingers on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because of the injuries and what else have you. So if we can get some wingers in that stay fit and give us a bit of width, it's going to help the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Hansen. Yeah. How many games has Hansen played this year? You know what I mean? Then you had Scott. He probably played about 6 or 7 games, didn't he, or something like that?
Yeah.
There's only Keshi Anderson.
Keshi Anderson's been outstanding, mate.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's been unreal, he has. I mean, me and my dad was talking about him like when he was in the championship before we got relegated. And I'll tell you what, he had a shit squad around him. He's one of them players where, like, with the right manager, the right leader, like, he'll fit in brilliant. And he's definitely been one of my favourite players this season. He's been fantastic, isn't he? Like, scoring goals. I mean, some of the goals he scored, and just
some of his assists this year as well. He's been there, right? He's fed some cracking balls in, because that was missing from his game last year, wasn't it? We didn't have that finish from him, and he's really worked on that this year.
But if you're not getting the right balls played to you, though, and the right team players, you're not going to perform. You're only going to show what you can do a little bit. Like, if you got the right set of players around you, these kind of players, they tend to shine more. And I think he's definitely a talented footballer. I'm just really impressed with what he's done now. All of them, to be honest.
We've got a few players in there that can do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. We've got the core of a really, really good team.
Yeah.
When we played Newcastle, there was also it's the second string that you're playing, but there was still £600 million worth of talent on the pitch.
Yeah.
And Messi had a good game against them. I thought Jay had a good game. The midfield was quite good.
And Watts' goal wasn't too bad either.
It was only a tap-in though, wasn't it?
Pick that out the net.
Anybody would have tapped that one in. We've got the basis of a real good team.
Yeah.
So it's just tweaking it here and there.
That's it, mate.
Yeah.
Have you got anything you want to say to the Bluenoses that are watching, Steve? Sorry.
Just a normal any. Keep right on. Shit on the Villa.
Beautiful, Steve.
All right. I'll keep watching it over the summer, lads. I'm watching both your channels and yours, Neil.
Cheers, Steve, mate.
Cheers, Steve. All the best, mate. Keep right on.
Take care, Steve.
I can't wait to see you, Jay. How excited you get when you about the transfer.
Cheers, mate.
All right then, lad. Have a good one.
Keep right on, mate. Up the Blues.
And yeah, ta-ra.
Ta-ra, mate. Cheers for ringing in. How you finding the phone-ins then, Woody? You loving it?
Good, mate. Yeah. I mean, that game at Newcastle, that was the craziest I've seen limbs in the Tilton.
Yeah.
I mean, I was standing on the seat. It was that crazy. We really put on a spectacle that night. We really went toe-to-toe with a real good Newcastle side.
Yeah, we did. Hello.
Hello, it's Lee Burke. How are you?
How you doing, Lee? You all right, son?
All right, Lee.
You all right, Lee?
All right, Neil. You all right?
I'm all right, mate. Thank you.
You getting ready for next season, mate, when we play, yeah?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for it.
How you been, Lee? You all right, mate?
I'm fine. I'm good.
Good, mate. Good. What do you think of the season and we Blues and stuff? I know that Blues is your second team. For those that are watching, Lee's an Albion fan, but his second team is Blues. So what do you think of Blues then, mate? What they've done? Did you watch any of the videos from the player awards or anything? What Tom Wagner was saying?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant, Jack.
Yeah. How you feeling about it though? You excited?
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. We need to get a new manager first, West Brom.
Yeah.
We need to get a new manager.
What did you think with the Moby situation, mate?
Oh, he needed to go. He was poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about when Blues play Albion?
Are you going tomorrow? There's a charity game tomorrow, Blues Albion.
I won't be there tomorrow, mate. I got too much on. Are you going? Are you?
All the old players are going to be there. I'm not going. No. I saw it online.
Are you going to go, Woody?
I think so, yeah. It'd be interesting to see where the Albion fans sit, if they're going to be sitting with us.
Yeah. What about you, Neil? Are you going to it?
Sorry, mate. I had to go off and get myself a drink. What was that?
That's all right, mate. Blues and Albion tomorrow. Are you going to it? Because Lee's a Baggies fan, isn't he?
No, I'm not. No. Where is he at St Andrews? It's the old players, isn't it?
Yeah,
that'll be good though. Be a good day out. That will be good.
I'll tell you a story about that. I've only got my old man to come up to my house to go up there today. And I realised he didn't today, it's tomorrow.
Really?
He rides on my drive and I went, Dad, I'm really sorry, I've balls up big time here. So what's the matter? I said, that event, yeah, it's on Sunday. So sorry, Dad, if you're watching this.
His dad's a legend as well.
Yeah, my dad's an armchair fan as well, Lee. And but he's like yourself. He likes the Blues, and he knows more about Blues because of me. I've brainwashed him. But yeah, should be a good spectacle. I was going to ask you, what is the situation with your takeover?
Takeover.
Yeah, because obviously you've had some issues last season. Obviously, we've got Tom Wagner in. What was the situation with buying players and?
Battalion. We've got
Patel.
Yeah. He's our new owner, Patel. We come last year.
And what's his ambitions for the club?
He's got good ambitions for the club. Yeah, he has. Yeah. If you want Tom Follows, everyone's after him. Tom Follows. The Premiership are after him. Everton.
Tom Fellows.
Tom Follows. Yeah, he's a good player. He is.
Yeah, that's.
I read his family's all Bluenoses. Is there any truth in the matter?
I think he might be a Bluenose. Yeah.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting.
Where does he play?
All right, and I'm gonna let you go now, Jay.
Yeah, it's all right, mate.
You enjoy your weekend, and
you, Lee.
See you soon. Bye bye.
Cheers for ringing in, mate, and all your comments.
Hello, Lee. All the best, mate.
Okay, Lee.
Keep right on, son. Oh, cheers, Sadie. Thank you. Thanks for keeping us entertained. Yeah, it's been a massive joy. Well done, Jay, for your guest of the year. Let's go and go. Oh, yeah, I haven't watched that video yet.
You're right,
as well.
JD.
Hello.
Yeah, g'day. How you going?
You all right?
Oh, who am I talking to?
It's Jay.
Oh, g'day, Jay. I'm watching you on TV. I'm Barry from Bundaberg, Australia.
How are you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Superb. What time is it over there, mate?
It's 10 to 6. 10 to 6 in the morning.
No way. Oh, fair play. We've got an Australian emigrated now. Superb.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
I've just come back I had 6 weeks over there, and I saw us at Wembley, and my last game was Mansfield, and I made that holiday because I'm in my 60s now. I didn't think I'd get to see us at Wembley.
Oh, superb.
And having watched us back in the day playing, with Francis Latchford, Trevor Hockey, Roger Hind, and I can go back in some good times. And
yeah,
I remember a Boxing Day when we played Cardiff at home and we had 48,000 at St Andrews, and I haven't seen it rock until just recently like that. Back.
What was it? What was it like coming back? Like, obviously emigrating to Australia and then coming back and. Oh.
Yeah, well, I've tried to come back every 7 or so years.
Yeah.
Each time I come back, obviously, it's been a while since I saw Birmingham win a few games, so that was another reason of coming back.
Yeah.
The city itself, with Tom at the helm, I think we're going to do well. And one thing I think for the coming season in the Championship, what people aren't looking at, or maybe, is they're going to have much better pitches to play on. So I think the players will excel more.
Yeah.
And obviously the referee standards will be higher. So I'm quietly confident. I agree with Neil. We've got a good chance of getting up there.
Superb.
You'll do for me.
What do you reckon, Woody?
I was just looking at these, and you probably know a few from this squad. This is the 1968-69. And I've got one even further back than that, which is 1960-61, and this was threepence.
Yeah, I would have been 4 then. So I think my first time I was a 7-year-old. My dad took me down, and once you've supported the Blues, you can't support anybody else.
I'm so glad you found him as well, honestly. So, honestly, it's made my night, that has. Really has made my night.
No, I've been
Fantastic.
doing the ring for a while now. I was a bit nervous about ringing. But, my finale was the Mansfield game, and I was fortunate to be in the director's lounge. We did the corporate thing. And, a big shout out to the hospitality team. I thought, it was top notch and well worth every cent.
Super. What's it like over there then?
Well, where I am now,
I bet it's lovely, isn't it, every day?
You get a bit sick of the sun sometimes. When it's 40 odd degrees, it's a bit too much to handle. But we're coming into our winter now, which having come back from 6 weeks over there. I mean, you classify 27 as a heat wave. I think 27 is normal.
What's it like emigrating there and then coming back to Blues? Like, what's that feeling like? Does it always feel like home, or?
Oh, definitely. The thing that I was a bit, I found a bit hard was trying to get a ticket.
Yeah.
I don't think, because of being an overseas supporter and season ticket holders, and you've got to have points, and I think they should make some allowances for people coming from overseas. So, we've got a chance of getting a ticket and not winging it. Yeah. I mean, my Wembley ticket I paid 3 times over the odds for because I had to get one. I wasn't coming all that way and not going there. So I didn't mind, but if the club in the future could look at, you've got proof that you've come over from overseas and spent whatever we spent to come over. If there's some way we can, not so much be guaranteed a ticket, some sort of system they could put in place.
Yeah.
So we could, knowing what games we want to see, and I couldn't book 6 games in advance. I had to book weekly and go online and get relatives to try and get tickets by hook or by crook. I was going to go to as many games as I could.
Have you still got family in the UK and stuff and that you can stay with, or is it like hotels and stuff, or?
No. I do stay with family. I have stayed in hotels, and I've got them, a few in Birmingham and in Stafford. I've got a twin brother in Stafford. He's a Bluenose, and I've got an older brother in Sheldon, one in Shropshire. So they're all around the outskirts and in town. So it's catching a bus to everywhere, which I'm not used to, and. Because everywhere in Australia, you've really got to drive.
Yeah.
And,
super. Honestly, I'm so glad you found him tonight. Honestly, I really am. It's made my night. Honestly, I've loved it.
I will ring again. So remember Barry from Bundaberg.
Barry.
Yeah, Barry from Bundaberg, which is in Queensland. We got a rum factory here. So
super.
Always welcome to come over and have a toss.
Oh, definitely. I'll probably have a few. But no, honestly, I'm so glad you found him, Barry. It's made my night, mate. Have you got a message that you want to say to the Bluenoses that are watching?
Well, just back Tom and back Chris, because I think if Chris has a good year next year, he's going to be a wanted man.
Yeah.
And I hope if anybody wants him, there's a mega $1 million clause that, if he's got to go back to Tottenham or somewhere, because they'll be looking for a new manager, I'd say, in the coming years. And Chris has proved, he can blend a team together. Even though we spent what we spent, it was a complete new team. So I think he's done a fantastic job. And keep right on. And to the boys I met at the George that made me feel at home and bought me drinks, and I can't remember some of them. But it was fantastic. If you're watching, I think Martin, John, and the rest in the corner at the George, thanks again. And hopefully sometime in the future, I'll get to see you guys again.
Are you on Facebook, Barry?
No, I'm not. I've only just got on WhatsApp, and I'm not on WhatsApp with you. Yeah, I don't really
use anything like that. Yeah. I was going to say, if she was on Facebook, we could have joined the group and stuff, our Blues Brothers group and that, and you can see what we talk about and that, and obviously, like, it's good to communicate with you and stuff on that as well. But yeah, honestly, thanks for ringing in and stuff, Barry. Honestly, mate, mate.
I will look at getting my wife to fix me up the Facebook thing and leave that one for the future.
Love to you and love to your wife as well, mate. And up the Blues.
Okay, thanks, mate. And keep right on.
Keep right on, Barry. Up the Blues, mate.
Keep right on, Barry. All the best, mate.
You're right on, Barry.
Yeah. Cheers, Neil. Cheers, buddy.
See you later, Barry.
See ya. Bye.
Oh, what a top man from Australia.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
You're international now, mate.
Right, but how nice is that?
Yeah, really good.
Tony!
Hello, mate.
How are you doing,
Tony? Big Tone.
Hello,
How are you, Tone?
I'm fine, mate, thanks.
Good to hear you, mate. Join the club.
I started decorating the kitchen, and I'm doing the old in show now.
He's done the old.
So I'm bloody knackered.
You sound in really good spirits, Town, as well.
I am. Well,
superb.
The only shit I've had is I've had to take about 800 fucking paintings down and clean them all and fucking put them all back up again. And I still haven't finished. I'm in a mess at the moment, but no, life's good at the moment. I want to shout out to Barry the last quarter. Fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it was nice, weren't it, Town?
Yeah, and he's roughly, he's a bit younger than me, but my age group. And Woody, that 1963 program was the year I started watching blues. So
Nice.
all memories.
That's it, Town. That's it. It's it's a really good community, and it mate with the phonings and stuff and that, and the Facebook groups. And this is what I wanted to do. This is exactly what I wanted to do, mate. It's fantastic.
I mean, with me, I might be awkward sometimes when I go on my walkabout, you know, when I go missing and all that. But I miss it. I really miss it.
We miss you as well, mate.
Well, it just cheers me up all the time, you know. It's another part of my getting better. And I've done a lot of thinking with all getting these paintings down and putting new ones up and doing stuff like that. I'm enjoying it. I'm just bloody knackered, that's all. And I'm in agreement with Neil. I'm waiting for the odds to come out because I'm backing them first or second.
Yeah, you reckon, Town? Automatic
Yeah,
again?
I do.
Go on, Town.
Well, there should have been another award for owner of the century in Mr. Wagner. I've never seen an owner like him.
Fantastic, in Town.
And then no one at any other club that's like him.
No.
And I mean, even his little bits when he swears at the speeches.
I love that.
Yeah. He's dropping some F-bombs, weren't he?
Oh, yeah. But you know what? Nothing phases him.
No.
Like, the project was going, he wanted the transport sorted, so where does he go? Down to London. Bang, he's straight in there. That's why I think they're going to win first or second next year, because he won't stand any messing about.
No.
He's going to get the players. We've got a good squad anyway, but I think we're going to be shocked. We are going to be shocked by who comes in.
Yeah.
I really think
What? There's another point I wanted to make as well about Wagner, Town, and Woody and Neil as well. Is that Tom Wagner is the kind of person that thrives on negativity. So what I mean is all these people that were laughing at us when we got relegated, you know, all these people that were slating us that we're going to invest in a new stadium, like he thrives off it. Like it makes him succeed more, faster. So
well, this will probably come out the wrong way, but he G's me up because he reminds me of me when I go down the golf course. But I get slated and fucking all this and that. And you know, when they've won promotion, they're full of it again. But I'm just I can't wait for the betting season because they're going to start doing it now. But I have to chuckle because they're on about. I mean, someone said last week they're going to re-sign Mullin and Palmer, and they'll be betting in the championship. And I'm like, oh, forget it,
oh dear.
I put earlier. I think they're after the Chuckle Brothers. They're after all the old ones. That's all they ever bloody sign.
Yeah, well, there was that rumour that Vardy was going there as well, weren't there? But
well, they can have him. They can have him.
Do you think we're going to be to have some surprises in this transfer window again, Town?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Well, go back 12 months. Everyone was on about Stansfield, and the owner never said yes, never said no. He kept us waiting until I've got to admit the Messiah got it right. We were all wondering whether he was, but he didn't come out and say anything until he was fucking sat behind him at the video. And I think that's the sort of thing that's going to happen again.
Yeah,
you know,
what a video that was.
Yes,
I don't. Shay Adams ain't coming. I don't think that I'm ever coming.
Would you have him back, Town?
No, not now. I think he was a great player for us, but I don't like going backwards. I don't. I want some new, you know. And I think he wants younger than he's 28 and you're 29.
Yeah.
No, I like Shay Adams, I do, but I don't want to go backwards. I'm not. We want something fresh, you know. But I think all these, I mean, half the ones he signed was such a surprise anyway. Yeah. We never had a clue. I mean, you go back to that transfer, what I was saying, who who forecast Iwata?
You
Remember
did.
it on the last minute, and I said, he's some fucking player. He is. I got more excited about him than Stansfield, because you get used to like Stansfield was coming, but when I heard Iwata on that night, I thought, now what a player he is.
Well, you was the only one that mentioned him, Tony, if I remember right. You was kind of having like a prophet Messiah moment when you went Iwata.
Yeah.
He came, didn't he, mate?
I was fortunate. I'm fortunate because my brother lives in Perth and in Scotland, and he gets Celtic and Rangers coming down. And I do watch some Scottish football, and I watched him for Celtic, and I just can't understand how Celtic let him go.
I know.
Every time I watched him, he was brilliant.
Yeah.
I just think he's going to get better and better. He loves it here, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he does. We spoke to him, would he? He's sound, isn't he?
He's always the last player off the pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure about Poku coming. You know what Barry Fry's like? He put it out to all the press, Poku's going to Birmingham, because he wants more interest.
Yeah.
And he wants to tell him. Maybe he will, I don't know. But I think Blues have got things up their sleeves. They've had time to prepare in the last, 2 months, because they knew we were going up. But and they're doing the business quietly, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they'll just get it done, and they can offer the money.
There's one thing I'd love to hear off you, Tone, as well, about a point that we've all spoken about. Is obviously Chris Davis now. It's going to be his second season at Blues. Got the promotion. Do you think he's going to be under more pressure going into the Championship, or?
No, I think he was on a lot of pressure to get us up from League One.
Yeah.
And I know you can say we spent money, loads of teams spend money, but they don't get it right all the time, do they? He got it bang on.
Yeah.
He got it bang on. Who else could have got 111 points? Unbeaten at home. Every record broken. Yeah.
Every record.
You can't do better than that, can you?
No.
And you know what pisses me off? I've watched 3 now. The only one I watched, the Lincoln one, who actually put one of our players in their team of the season. All the other fuckers have left our players out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I saw that. I posted it, didn't I, on my YouTube? The thing that must be a wind up, surely.
Yeah. Well, I got really pissed off this morning because there was a knock on the door, and I put my bloody paintbrush down, and it was the postman. And he never had a shock for me. I'm still waiting for that fucking shock. I thought they're pissing it up, so they might send it by post instead. I tell you, they're all wankers, to be honest.
Say hello, would he?
Yeah, I mean, where's his shock coming from?
Yeah.
Well, the shock is they've had the shock, haven't they? Because they've all gone quiet now. I mean, you keep repeating what's her name said. I can't remember the bleeding name now.
Oh, I've ripped them. I've ripped all them Sky pundits a new arsehole, mate.
Yeah. Well, I keep watching that, and the only time I've heard it is she was on the Blues match. Was it the last one? Not Mansfield. Was it Mansfield or the other one? I'm
really looking forward to now. Getting a new set of critics for Blues going to the Championship now, so I'm gonna there's gonna be another new era of football comedy. So
no one will take the job, mate, if they know you're about.
So if there's any videos, please send them me Bluenoses. Okay.
I just love it. They're just. We've always been that team that they've hated.
Yeah.
They never praise us. They never do anything. There's always some reason why we done this or done that. There's never, they've got a good team. But I think that all pleasantly, they're getting the shock now, and it's bloody kicking them up the arse because they can't argue with it now.
Yeah.
How can anyone argue with 111 points? Did I mention 111 points? And the other fucking record who smashed every record that is. So, Stansfield, 15 million, what a waste of money.
Go on, Sam.
And you know what? The best thing is, someone said at the golf the other day, well, he never even got top scorer. I said, are you kidding me? He was out injured for a month or so. He's played on the wing. We didn't need him to score because Alfie May was banging him in, or someone else.
Yeah.
And I said, but you know when you're going to get the shock is when he's got more room in the championship, when he ain't got players hacking him and kicking him.
Yeah.
You know, they play like that and better pitches like someone else said. And I've never seen anyone work so much as him. But people don't seem to recognise that anymore in footballers.
Yeah, the work rate.
Yeah, yeah. And someone else said, well, what was it? He got 9 penalties. I said, doesn't that count then?
Yeah, exactly.
If a ball comes into the box and you've got a split second, you hit it, there's no pressure. The pressure on a penalty is 5 minutes waiting, your heart's going, wondering what the keeper's going to do. It takes probably more skill to score a penalty than when a ball comes across. Yeah, people don't. I don't know. They just get me mad. But I'm waiting for all these Wrexham fans to see what odds they're going to give me.
Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. I mean, can you see us getting the automatic promotion? Then definitely, Town. You reckon like you set on it like?
I'm the Messiah now. We're going to get promoted. Tell you now.
Superb.
We are.
Go on, son.
Well, someone who mentioned it before. Name me a better team.
Yeah.
There's
Neil, weren't it?
Team.
That was Neil's big statement. That was. He says to make a short of it.
No one to fear, mate. No one to fear.
They're all scared of what we've got in the money bank as well.
Yeah.
They're all talking about, oh, well, Birmingham got this and that, and they'll be nicking players. And we don't nick players. We go and find them.
Yeah.
And we get them, you know. I had it off the Wrexham fans. Oh, you nicked Alfie May off us. I said, what would you rather do? Go to Villa Park, go to Birmingham, or Wrexham? You're going to pick Birmingham every time, and because the other two are shit also.
Have you got anything you want to say to the Bluenoses, Town? That are watching in the future for the Blues?
Apart from shit on the Villa and fuck them all and up the Blues, don't listen to these rumours. Go out proud. Wear your blue and white. I mean, all my house now is blue and white, I'll tell you now. And there's pictures. I've done my gym out, so I'm going to be training again soon. And there's all Birmingham City on the ceiling. So when I'm bench pressing, I'm just looking at the boys, you know. I don't mean that the boys. I mean the blue boys.
Superb, Zone. Hopefully we can see you again pre-season, mate. We'll try and arrange. Well, I've got to sort something out anyway where we can all meet up on that, because I did say when I hit 3,000 subscribers, we'd get a room booked or something where we can all meet up on that, you know, and have a day of it like so. But like
no problem.
Pre-season, it'd be good to see you though, mate. As well, I think do some games and that together and that.
Yes, I'm definitely up for that, mate.
All right.
So, have a good night. Nice to hear from you all. Love you all, Bluenoses.
Love you too, mate. Good to hear from you again, Town, and I'm glad you're in good spirits,
too,
mate.
Okay, then, mate. Ta-ra.
All the best, Tone. Take care, mate.
Take care, Tone.
Good man.
Been class in it so far.
I like Tone. I like Big Tone. I like everyone. As long as you wear blue.
Hello.
Hello, Jay. Colin.
How you doing, Colin?
I'm all right, thanks.
Good to hear from you, mate.
Hello, Woody.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Neil.
How are you, Colin? You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Good, mate. Good. Have you got any questions, Woody, for Colin?
What's been your moment of the year that stands out?
The 3-1 win against Wrexham.
Yeah, I think we're all at that, and I think we can all agree that there's some atmosphere and have the world's media on us, and we performed when the eyes of the world were on us.
Yeah. Well, I didn't go, but I watched it on TV, and I was a nervous wreck. when I scored first, I thought, oh my God, this is going. Oh no.
I think we all did at first, didn't we?
Yeah, I thought, oh, we're going to get beat here.
But fair play, the lads stepped up, didn't they?
But my player of the season's been Cochrane. And
Cochrane.
Cochrane. That cross he'd done for Stanford Header, if you can remember.
Yeah.
It's like an unsung hero, isn't he, Cochrane?
Yeah.
Just goes about his business quietly.
He's played 40 out of 46 games. And it's only because Lee Buchanan came back in, but obviously he got injured again. Cochrane come back in for the team.
Yeah, we've been spoilt for choice, and we Colin this season, like the players we brought in and that. We've had a good set of players coming in and that, and it's look how many goals, eye-watering goals we've scored. There's been loads, isn't there? Really. I mean, obviously you had 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 cracking goals. Memories made, but like what we was talking about earlier, Colin, as well, about like players that might take us by surprise, that might go, and players that might come in. Obviously, we got the loanees returning to Blues, like Dion Sanderson, Tyler Roberts, Donovan. You know, these kind of players. I mean, what's your thoughts on that, Colin? Can you see any of these players fitting in, or?
Tyler Roberts got to piss off for a start. Longello's got to go. Just get rid of them. Don't have to pay any money. Just get rid of them or pay the contracts off. Because these players are just not good enough.
Yeah.
Harsh but true.
Yeah. But I think some teams ain't going to be in the shock this season. Who we're going to sign. I can see some players coming from Holland, Austria, Belgium, Japan.
What about in terms of? Can you see what's your thoughts on where Blues are going to finish? Like,
well,
in the championship.
I spoke to you last time about this, Jane, when I was on the phone with you last time. I think we'll come 4th, 5th, or 6th.
Yeah. So we're going to be challenging for the top 6.
Yeah, challenge for the top 6. But it's all depends what players get in the top 2.
Yeah.
But at the moment, the squad at the moment, and a couple of additions, would be 4th, 5th, or 6th.
Have you got any questions to ask Colin, Neil?
You say 4th, 5th, 4th, 6th. Where do you think that will slip up then, Colin, this year? What's your hesitancy about kicking on and doing back-to-back promotions, like without having to go through the playoffs? Is there anything where you think that we're weak?
Yeah, I think Davies was great for us last season, but if he's got to play against pace, which we will in every week in the championship, I just don't think he could act it. I know he's got a lot of defenders behind, but I don't think he could act pace players around him.
Yeah.
But that's why we've got that Phil Newman from Germany. Yes. But he's gone injured now, no? I don't know if you know about that.
What's the extent of that? Do we know?
Well, as far as I know, all it is a twisted ankle. But hopefully, he's going to be right for the start of the season.
Good.
We spoke about it a couple of times. Obviously, there's a lot of pressure on Davies coming to Blues. Not only because it was his first managerial role, but also it was expected, that we got promoted. First time of asking the players we brought in that, Colin. Do you think there's going to be pressure on him in the championship, or do you think there's going to be less pressure?
I think there'll be less pressure. I mean, Tom Wagner's a wise man. As I said, we'll come in the top 6. We will come in the top 6. Because as Neil said earlier, I said, who's better than us?
Yeah. It's all right, Jem just brought me a beer in.
But it's great to be the champions. I still can't believe it.
Are you going to try and get down there in the championship, Colin? Because I know you got your season ticket, haven't you? But you haven't been for a while, have you?
I do get season tickets, but I'll give them away.
Are you going to try and come in the championship?
I'll be coming to some friendlies.
Be great to see you, Colin.
I'll go through with crowds to see Jade. But I'll get a season ticket for myself and a season ticket for my nephew. And my nephew goes obviously every game, and he takes. If I can't go, he takes a mate or his brother.
Oh, fair play. But yeah, I hope we get to see you, Colin.
Yeah.
Now we all meet up, don't we, Neil and Woody and
yeah, it'd be nice.
Blue
Be nice to
Focus.
say
We all
hello.
meet up like now with the Bluenoses, mate. It's fantastic.
I just thought when you're gonna have your gathering, when you was gonna have a gathering, weren't we?
Yeah, well, I'm going to sort it out, mate. I'm going to probably have a good look over the next few days of where I want to do it, and
All round to your house, mate.
Flow Creations unit.
3,000 of us.
Where the boss is at. Woody's face. That's it, mate. Get the speakers pumped up.
There you go.
New studio.
As soon as the units have gone over the road, the speakers are up. Do you remember when you said that to Tommy?
Get that strobe light out.
Got all the right lighting for you as well, Colin. Your dancing shoes on, mate.
Disco balls and everything.
Hello.
Yeah, we'll sort something out, Colin, honestly, mate. But yeah, it's exciting times, isn't it, mate?
And my message to the British fans is go and get your season ticket before it's too late.
Yes. Yeah,
We're gonna go get your season ticket before it's too late. And don't get complaining about you couldn't get one. You can get one now.
Yeah. Well, there was over 10,000 waiting lists for the season tickets, weren't there? That was the last I heard. That was weeks ago as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be massive demand.
Yeah. What other message have you got for him, Colin?
Just the usual. Keep right on, and
she's on the Villa.
And we're on the hook. You know what I mean?
We're on our way, mate.
First time in 15 years, I can say that.
We're on our way, Colin.
Yeah.
To the promised land. In Wagner and Chris Davis, we trust.
In 5 years, we'll be champions. We'll be champions of Europe in 5 years, mate.
Get used to singing that, can't we? Champioli, champioli.
Right, lads, I better go.
Keep right on, Colin, mate. Cheers for ringing in.
Yeah, no problem, mate. No problem.
And keep right on.
Colin. All the best,
Blues.
mate.
Good to hear from you, Carl.
Bye.
Cheers, Colin.
Bye.
You know that season tickets? Obviously, we sold 18,300.
Yeah.
Is that 18,300 plus the 10,000 inquiries?
I think the 18,000 is what's like retained at the moment, isn't it? And those 10,000 are waiting to see if people don't renew.
Okay.
So be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think there'll be many that won't.
To what Jay has done this season, though. So there's loads of comments of. It's hard to keep on top of it when Nick ain't here because he goes through the comments while I'm on the phone and stuff like that as well. Well, I'm trying my best tonight, Bluenoses. But yeah, what do you think of it so far? Then, what are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's great to hear like the usuals, the locals, but it's also great to hear Barry as well from Australia.
Superb, isn't it, mate?
Cracking there.
Steve,
how are you, mate?
How you doing, son?
All right, how are you, lads? You all right now?
You're all right, Steve?
I'm all right. I've got
Good
Blue
man.
Shadow here with me as well.
Blue Shadow.
All right, Dad. How you doing?
How you doing, Blue Shadow?
Blue Shadow, how are you?
Hey.
I'm good, mate. How are you?
We're all good.
Oh,
You have to put us on
we're all
loudspeaker.
good here, aren't we?
Both of you.
Oh, brilliant.
How are you, anyway?
Happy hour here, isn't it?
It is happy hour. What a beer as well. It's superb. How are you, Steve?
Well, a bit down, mate, to be honest. Like, I was devastated that I missed that last game.
Yeah.
Got to town, and I couldn't even walk from one side of the road to the other to get the buses they put on.
Yeah.
I just sat on the step. There's a girl there that's there every week, like doing the buses, and she's like, "You getting on?" And I was like, I can't even stand up at the minute, like. And I just sat there and I watched all the buses go.
You sound loads better on the phone now, Steve.
Well,
you sound loads better.
You know, nice to speak to you. You know, I ain't spoke to you for a while.
I know, yeah. I need to ring. I need to ring Mark as well, mate.
Yeah. He's yeah. You know what I said about the other day.
Yeah. I'll check you.
So yeah,
I'll check you on him, mate, and see if
yeah,
he's all right.
if you could, it
mate.
would be really nice, like, you know what I mean.
Mate. I ain't forgot.
Yeah, my leg.
Has he got better?
He did for about a day and a half, and now it's getting bigger. I went for a walk, and I don't know what it did, but it cleared something, and my leg went down. It was like as if something was blocking it, you know.
Yeah.
Because all my right side of my leg, half of it from down to my ankle, all my foot was all swollen. And then, like I said, I went for a walk, and then that night, you know, I felt like it done good. And then I woke up in the morning, and my leg was great. But by the end of the next day, it's back to normal, and it's not as bad. But I was just devastated, like, you know, because all this started on the trip to Wembley on the coach.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. You know, I don't know if it was just sat down on that coach, but were you sitting there? I couldn't even walk, could I? I couldn't even walk from the bloody coach to the thing. I was at, you know, so it's really got me down, like, you know what I mean? Because I've missed a few games and that, like, because of it. But it is what it is, and I can't change it. So I'm still devastated. But anyway, sod all that, like, you know what I mean?
No, don't sod all that. You need to the doctors. We love you, Steve.
I was going to say, mate, it sounds like have you had it checked, Steve?
You need to the doctors, mate. We love you.
If you get swelling of your leg, mate, you need to get that checked, especially if you've been on long journeys and stuff, so they can rule out a deep vein thrombosis and things like that. That's serious, mate.
I know. It's just that I know what will happen. Like, you know, they'll put me into hospital, and I can't handle it. You see, I can't handle it.
Not necessarily, mate. Not necessarily. I mean, your doctors can do some blood tests called a D-dimer, and that'll show up if you've got anything like a blockage in the vein or something. But that's serious, especially if you get any shortness of breath. So get that checked if you do.
Yeah, because she was worried it was a blood clot, so I sent her a picture. You know, and I would have gone, to be honest, the day after, but she wasn't in there, and I'll only see her, you know, the one doctor, because I don't know what it is, lads, you know what I mean, but I turn into the most horriblest prick going, whenever I deal with doctors, no, seriously, in hospitals, you know, they're there to help you, they're there to care for you,
yeah.
And I just turn into the most horrible
I get that.
person that's not me, and I don't even understand why. The only thing I can come to is like, you know, you sat there, you're feeling it when you're looking around, and everybody's like the same, and you think, Jesus fucking wet, like, I'm going home, like, I don't know.
You've got to do something for me now, Steve, before we talk about the football.
No, I'm not doing.
No. You said to me, I'm worried about you going to the toilet, and we all know that Woody gets pissed off when I do the match vlogs, that I have to keep stopping every 5 minutes for the toilet, right? So I've done. You asked me to get to the doctors and have blood tests done. It turns out I'm a bit of a pussy. I've got a weak bladder, all right? But I've done that for you, okay? So, because I love you, you've got to do that for me now. So get to the doctors and sort it out.
Yeah,
I love you.
You know, right. you know I love you too, and you know that's why I
go to the doctors for me then if you love me.
You know, like you said, I'm the one thing. You know, he's like my second dad. I thought you cheeky bugger, because I'm still 18 in the head. I mean, my body's like about 103. You know what I mean? But you know, in the head, I'm 18. Still, like, you know what I mean?
Just please, Steve, for me, please.
Listen, trust me.
No, trust me. Just do it for me,
go on,
please. I've done it for you.
Let's forget about that for now. Anyway, let's forget about that. Listen, Chris Davis, best signing ever.
Yeah.
He ain't going anywhere. Yeah. He'll stay. He'll get us to the promised land, and he'll keep us there. Now, Neil might not agree with it, but I don't mind staying in the Championship for 2 seasons, simply because I do not want to be one of them teams.
You're going to have to find another team to support after next season, then, because we'll be in the Premiership. Be positive.
When we're not ready, if we get the players in, because definitely Chris Davis keeps his cards to his chest. Tom Wagner is the same as well. So they'll have a list of players that they're already going after. You know what I mean? They don't say nothing until it's happened, do they? You know what I mean? They do keep their cards to the chest, which is good. But like I said, I don't mind if we have 2 seasons in the Championship. The other reason is simply I'm fucking out the way to play football in the Premiership. Some of these teams are so fucking. I remember one Sunday I come in and there was a match of the game and it was Man City and I was playing someone and I was sat there watching and it was like passing, boring, and then like one pass through to the goal and like everybody in the crowd was like, when you're not expecting, like at the Blues, it comes over our where we sit, it comes over our halfway line. I'm on paper seat, I am,
Yeah.
But they're not like it. It was so boring, and they scored, and it was like, oh, all right, I thought, fucking hell, mate.
You got to wait 5 minutes to see if the goal's been allowed as well.
Do you know what I mean? That's another thing. And I don't know if I've mentioned this. I think I've said this to Jay before now. My thing is, all this VAR, whatever. I think that if the player, if his foot is on the line, if his boot is on the line, his toe or anything is on that line, then he's onside. Simply, if his foot's over that line, then he's offside.
Yeah.
But if his toe's on the white line, come on, how can you say that's fucking offside? It's like half an inch. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And that way, it would be a lot quicker because those are the decisions that take pretty ages to decide, don't they? You know what I mean?
And that's what I said to you on the phone, Steve. I don't want this VAR to be an atmosphere killer because, it's like when you score a goal, like there's nothing worse. I mean, can you imagine waiting for a decision to be made and then you've got to cheer after like 5 minutes? It's not like a proper feeling, is it?
I'd sit next to you, so how do you think I would be?
But yeah, just quickly as well, Steve, as well. Like, we was on about the season just gone on that, mate, and I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me, mate. Like,
go on, forget it.
No, the phone calls and getting me my season ticket and that. I love you to bits, Steve.
I love you to bits. Do you know what? I've got to say, this season has been absolutely amazing. The football has been absolutely, but
the memories we've made as well, mate.
On top of that, that's only half of it. The other half is meeting all you lads and girls. What a community we've got here now. You know what I mean? And this is on you now, Jay. This is on your back, mate. You've created something that you can't fucking walk away from. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love you all. Up the Blues.
And listen, we need to get this place booked so everyone can meet each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll sort it, mate.
We'll have a good look. Everyone hears my beautiful voice. They want to see my beautiful face as well. I'll say like, and my manky leg. I'll show you my manky leg.
What's this like? And Woody's making himself.
And I'll see my leg.
You know what I mean? It's half an hour.
Oh, superb, Steve. But yeah, we'll sort it out, mate, definitely.
It's been great, lads. It's been a great season, and it's been great meeting you all. And everybody else, and everybody that phones in, and everybody on there. Like I said, it's such, I can't thank you enough, yeah. If I look back to, before this season started, like I've had a few, deaths and whatever, things haven't been good at all, you know what I mean? And then, I met you just after like losing him, my mate Russell. And I will say, I'll just say it on air now, you saved me, bro. I was gonna lose my head, you know what I mean? I was gonna end up, I don't know, in jail or battered silly or something. My head was gonna go. And like, and if somebody said to me, "You're going to meet somebody and you'll have the utmost respect for him," and I'd have said, "You're a fucking idiot." You know what I mean? Because like, you know what I'm like. But listen, can't thank you enough. But anyway, the show's not about you anyway. It's about us.
Us,
About me,
yes,
Neil,
that's
and Woody.
right. Us,
You
the
know what I mean?
Bluenoses.
So, is there anything you would like to ask me, lads? You know, I'll put the show on from here.
Go on, Woody. Got any questions for Steve?
Woody's asleep, I think.
No, it's good to hear your voice, Steve. Just question from me is, are you still going to be a season ticket holder next year, same spot, and are you looking forward to it, to the new year?
Yes, I will do. I'm just trying to, you know, get Blue Shadow to pay for it, but she's not having it at the minute, so I'll have to save a few quid. But yeah, come on, I'm definitely going to. No one's having them seats off me ever. You know what I mean? You know, I've got them now. You know, and look at the waiting list. Jesus Christ, man!
10,500.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I've only got a certain amount of time, haven't I, before they, you know, offer them out to everybody. So I'll get it sorted before then. So don't worry, we're good. We're good. We're good. You know what I mean?
Steve.
If you can put up with me for another season, then
definitely, mate. Put you forever. I just want to get your fucking legs sorted out. So,
you know what?
So I'm going to worry about you.
Yeah, I might buy a wheelchair for you to push me around in, like, you know what I mean?
I'll push you all day, every day, mate.
Yeah. Push me down them steps, you would. I know you would. Listen, I'm not going to stay on here, like, because, you know,
it's all right. No, I've got some questions for you, Steve. It's all right. We want to, like, the pressure on Chris Davis. Do you think he's going to get more pressure in the championship, or do you think he's going to have less pressure?
That geezer thrives on pressure. Listen, do you know what? He's like an iceman. You know what I mean? He keeps his cards to his chest. You know, he does speak and speaks very well. You know, very, you know, but he keeps his cards to his chest, which I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not just from everybody. It's you know, he keeps it from everybody. You know, even us Bluenoses. You know, hey, so-and-so, you know, he might be back in a few days, like, you know, and then he's playing the next night, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know, like, you know, so, listen, he's here for the duration. He you know, Tom Wagner went after him because he was the bloke they wanted, you know. They've sold it to him, you know, and basically, Tom Wagner's right, it's in your hands now. You've got to, like, you know, he's got the dough, you know, you've got the knowledge, you know, let's get it going. And I think it's been an absolutely. I still can't get. I've
got goosebumps, Steve. Like listening to you talk, like, you know, because I just look back and I think, what a superb season. And it ain't just the football. Like I mean, me and Woody, yourself, Steve. You know, we've never laughed so much, have we? Like we've laughed.
Well, it's been
like, it's just you know, the wins as well, the joys. Going to the ground
and like getting there, like, you know, 2 hours before the games and all that. We'd never do that before. It was like, you know, oh, let's go in. Then when we're 2-0 down at half time, we all fuck off back to the pub, like, you know what I mean? You know, it's not like that anymore, is it?
No.
It's like, you know, Jesus Christ, and I still have to pinch myself now, like, you know what I mean?
Mate.
Still,
I think for me, like Steve, you know, for the likes of you and like, you know, my dad, Neil, and this ain't to say that I know you take the piss in, like when you're about, like, oh, you know, you're saying, oh, your dad, but like, you know, you've had a lot more joys and sorrows than me, and like, to me, like, it means a lot to me when the Bluenoses that have had a lot of ups and downs, and when you go to St Andrews, mate, like, and I'll see my dad, you know, and the smiles on his face, and like, you know, it just really, it's me, like, and I think, you know what, it's a different kettle of fish now with what Tom Wagner's going to do with this club, mate, and the ambitions he's got, and like we mentioned before, he's a doer. He's not a, you know, what he says he does.
Whatever he says whatever he says he's going to do, he does it, and a bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you say, you know, this season, it's like, you know, in my memory, it's been the best season, and again, not just for the football. Obviously, you know, for the football, but not just. It's like all the people that we've met, you know, meeting you, meeting Neil, meeting Woody, everyone, Nick, you know, it's just a great, you know, time. You know, you look forward to going down there, and it's not just, like I say, it's to see everybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I had to stop coming down a couple of hours early because, like, Jay would get me that drunk. I wouldn't even fucking remember the game.
Woody saw me in some states as well, didn't you, Woody?
I'm
sorry, mate.
You on the away days, mate. Don't worry about that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
mate. But like, that's my way of, I don't go out and I just enjoy myself.
Mate,
and
you work.
You're gonna live once, so fucking work
so
all
hard.
week.
You work so hard, like your family and everything, and everyone thinks that all this is just like, you got that magic blue button and you press, and it does all the editing, all the video, and it does everything for you, doesn't it? Like, you know what I mean? People don't realise just how much work that you have to put in for this.
Oh, it takes hours, mate. When I do a match vlog, it takes hours to edit a video.
And I'm so so proud of you, bro, because what you've achieved,
Cheers,
it's amazing. And I mean, your old man must be so proud of you. I know you don't say a lot, your old man. You know what I mean?
So he's my hero.
Listen. Let me tell you. When I met him, like, you know what I mean, I shook his hand and said, "Right, Mr. Blue, remember that." You know what I mean? And listen, don't worry about that. He doesn't say a lot, does he?
No.
But listen, trust me, he's so proud of you. Trust me.
Thanks,
and we all are, mate. And we're all, proud of Neil, proud of everyone, like, you know what I mean, that does, that puts the work in and does this for us, because we're too lazy to do it. We just want to turn the phone on and you press the magic blue button and then off we go, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's like I say, it's been an amazing season. I'm so proud that I've met all of you. You've absolutely changed me. You changed my life. You know what I mean? That is gospel. It's changed my life. You know what I mean? It's like, give me something to
look forward to.
Yeah, because like the look I haven't had. You know what I mean? You know what I'm on about.
Yeah.
I've had some. And any other time, like, I think, I'd probably end up, in jail, because, like, literally my head was going, and then, like, I don't know what it is about you. I said to Jem one time, the first time I met Jem, I said, I don't know what it is about Jay. It's got a calming effect on me. And she went, bloody hell, it's not me. She does it, bloody winds me.
Have I, Woody?
You know what I mean?
Woody gets stressed as well. Have I got that calming effect, Woody, or not?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're polar opposite on the stress end. You're the calming influence. you're like the voice of reason.
Woody.
Oh, fucking hell. That was.
Say again, Steve.
And I was like, listen, and what he's done, Steve, I've got it. You just go away. And like, Jay's dragging me away down, thinking, just leave it to Woody. But did you tell him there was 6? Come on, And you said to me after, sorry if I got a bit short with you. And I was like, no, because you're short. I thought, But now, listen, like I said, it's been a beautiful season, and we've got so much more to look forward to.
Yeah,
and I'm going to get off this phone because I was whinging like hell about everybody else, how long they take on the phone. You know what I mean? So I'm going to let somebody else get on there and speak. And I just wanted to say how much I love you all. You know what I mean?
Cheers, Steve.
Thank you for everything, Jay. You know what I'm on about. I love you to bits.
Love you too,
yeah,
mate.
Blue Shadow. I'll put Blue Shadow on.
Go on, Blue Shadow.
Oh, shit. Hello, lads, all right?
How you doing, Blue Shadow?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good. Spending some time with Steve, driving him mad.
Good. I need to get into the doctor's, Blue Shadow, for me.
And Little Blue, Little Blue's here as well.
Little Blue, keep right on.
Yeah, man, we're all here driving each other nuts.
Yeah, I was going to all have a party here.
What's the season been like for you, Blue Shadow? Like with how it started and.
Well, I mean, when it started, I was kind of like, okay, here we go. What has Blues got in store for us? And I can't complain, really. They've outshone everything, that's gone forward. And like I say, you've created something here, Jay. Like, fucking hell, I'm breaking here. My voice is going already.
It's all right. Let it out, Blue Shadow.
This is what you do to me, man. It's
You're going to get me off in a minute.
But now, like, from my point of view, like, you know, you make memories for a reason, don't you? And each memory, you know, depicts, you know, the person that you bump into along the way. And yeah, we're all like a little
family,
intricate, you know, puzzle piece, aren't we? So you know, long may it continue.
100%. I ain't going anywhere. I just do it just because I love the Blues. I love the Bluenoses, and I always say, you know, it's you that make the club for me all day, every day, all day, every day.
These players
come and go, but the Bluenoses are there all the time, and that's why I do it. I do it for you, Bluenoses, and that's it. You're my Blues.
Chris Davis ain't going anywhere. He ain't going anywhere.
Go on, go on, Steve. But he's getting excited. He's doing this.
Jerry.
Yeah, like I say, wherever we end up now, it's it's going to be just epic. Whether it's like Steve says, whether it's 2 seasons in the Championship, or straight up to the Premier League, or who gives a fuck? We're going somewhere, aren't we? So yeah, onwards and upwards.
That's it, Blue Shadow.
I do hope we get to the Premiership as long as we're prepared for it. I just do not want to be one of them sides, goes up.
That go up and then comes down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think United will let that happen.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, Tom Wagner. I mean, who'd have thought it? I don't think anybody. I think he would have been the last person in the world who thought he'd turn into a Blue Nose. I mean, who else would fly all the way from fucking America
and says he hates Villa? It's true though.
It's true.
He flies all the way from America to say that he hates Villa and to keep commenting on posts because we get paid for it. What a bloke.
Brilliant. It's brilliant.
It's true though.
How many haters, cool, the money they're bringing in for us is great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's superb, mate. I mean, look what he's done already, though, Steve. I know we got relegated, but look at the atmosphere at the ground and that now. And like you say, like you'd want to leave early, and that like a few years ago, and like now, like you're just eager to get there. Yeah, you can't wait to get to the ground now. It's just unbelievable.
That time I met your old man for the first time, we were sat on the steps in the car park. The sun was shining, beautiful day.
Yeah.
We was all getting drunk. You got your new mic. You was,
his new dildo.
Just, do you all like the mic or not? You all loving the mic?
Love your mic. What's his name?
Mr. Dildo.
Oh,
no, but like what I'm saying was, you get there and it's just like you meet up with everyone and everyone's just smiling and laughing and having a great time. And if I'm with you, I'm drunk and But yeah, it's just been an absolute pleasure, a pleasure to get down there and to say that. I've had some shit years going down there, telling you, and this is just like I said.
The icing on the cake.
To like kind of, wind myself in sometimes, thinking, is this really like, if I wake up and this has all been a dream, I swear to God, fucking hell, I'll lose my head down. But
Steve, Sadie's commented as well, Steve.
Hey?
Sadie's commented, just put, please do as you're told, Steve, we love you. So get yourself down the doctors. Get yourself down the doctors and stop being stubborn. We love you. Keep right on.
I love you all, but you can all fuck off now and get some work.
What's your message to the Bluenoses, Blue Shadow and Steve that are watching?
Keep right on.
Keep on the Villa.
Fuck them all. And fuck the fucking Blues. And we love the boy in blue.
Oh, cheers.
See you later.
See you later. Keep right on.
And see you soon.
See you soon. Keep right on.
See you guys.
Take care, guys. Keep right on.
Everyone else, love you all.
Keep right on.
Keep right on, lads. Bye.
Well, guys, if you guys are all right for time, should we do one more phone call and then we'll. You all right for time, wouldn't you all?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Neil, you all right for time?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, absolutely.
You sure?
No pressure for the last few, huh?
Hello?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, absolutely.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello, Jay.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, it's Jerry. It's Jerry.
How you doing, Jerry?
How are you, mate?
I'm all right, thanks, mate. It's good to hear from you again.
Yeah,
you all right?
Yeah. I had to turn the sound down on the TV.
We've got Woody and Neil here as well, mate.
Neil, Woody, how are you?
Yeah, good, Jerry. You doing well?
Yeah. Is it coming through okay?
Yeah.
Loud and clear for me.
Yeah. Can you hear Jerry and can you hear Neil and Woody?
Yeah, no problem.
Superb.
You've
met Neil and Woody.
Sorry, Jack. Neil, I think I spoke to you outside the Blue Shop a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, I remember Jerry.
Yeah. And Woody, them photographs you showed from the 60s and 70s. I remember Trevor Rocky and Fred Pickering and Jimmy Elliott, all those old players.
Jimmy Elliott's just died, hasn't he, recently?
Yeah, I remember all those folks, all those players there, man. So I went to St Andrews Junior School. I lived in St Andrews Road.
Yeah.
And since then, I think my first game was 1966. Don't ask me who we played, because I can't remember.
Who did you play?
But those were the days with like Trevor Rocky and Freddie Pickering and all them, but as I said in the comments a bit earlier on, I've been going down to the boost for over 55 years.
Yeah.
And it's this year watching all the streams and Jay's and Nick's and Blue Tube and all them. I've met so many people after.
It's fantastic, isn't it, Jerry?
Yeah, it's great. Like, you know what I mean? 'Cause, like, I've met up with like Jay and Blue Shadow and Nick. I met Neil a couple of weeks ago, and I met up with Paul Mack and a few others. You know what I mean? Like, without these streams, I would never have met you people. You know what I mean? So it's just absolutely brilliant what you're doing.
Thanks, mate. It's for you, Bluenoses, mate, and that's it. It's making memories, and Chris Davey says it all the time. Football's about making memories, and I'm glad he said that, because I was saying that before we appointed him, and when he said that, I was just like, it's the icing on the cake. Spot on. You know, we're only here a short time. We've got to enjoy it, and obviously being Bluenoses, you're going down St Andrews, and you know all the sorrows you've had now. I think it's, I think the tides are turning now, and the Popes are blue.
We've had more sorrows than joys, but you know, the time has come now where we're looking up, and I think I agree with Neil. I think we could go straight up.
You reckon?
I really do, because I'll be happy with top 6. You know, first season I'll be happy with top 10, but I think we will. I think we will. We've prepared our players in the League One.
In League One, yeah. Do you think there's going to be? Do you think there's going to be a surprise for us in the championship in terms of signing new players and players going that we've had in League One?
I think the players we got in League One he bought those for the championship.
Yeah.
Now the players he's going to bring in for the championship, it's going to be for the Premiership. I'm sure it is. You know, and we're going to do those. You know what I mean? I said earlier in the comments, I think we do definitely need a second keeper to push Allsop. Allsop's brilliant.
100%.
We need somebody to push him as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players I would imagine there'd be a lot of players going out, and there'd be a lot of good top players coming in, and I think actually you Blues fans, you'll be surprised what players will come in, because I don't think the Blues are letting anybody know who they want to bring in.
Yeah, like similar to the start of last season.
It's like that, and we're going to hear the next day saying Birmingham City have just signed and nobody knew nothing about it.
Yes.
Who would you like to see? Have you got anyone that comes to mind, Jerry, at all?
I'm not quite sure. You know, like with Stano and May up front, I do think
May
we
deserves
need
a chance in the championship, though, Jerry.
another big centre forward. But I mean, a big centre forward. You know, for the knockdown, a bit like Yuki, but a younger Yuki. We can, you know, to help Stano and May out. We need somebody to put the balls down for them, like, you know what I mean? And one of the comments I heard earlier on was, if we do get this Poku from Peterborough, him and Led on that right-hand side are going to be tremendous. And who's going to stop them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a player I'd really want is 𝒒'Sula from Newcastle.
Yeah.
Absolutely run rings over us, didn't he, when we played him? He was the one that squared up with Stano, didn't he? I'd love it. I don't know much about him, but he was phenomenal. He didn't get any game time, does he, in the first team for Newcastle?
No.
That's a good shout. That is
love
really
to
good
get him.
It's going to be. It's definitely going to be an interesting transfer window, anyway. Put it that way. But I do think it's going to be similar to the start of last season, where we're going to have a few surprises. Is there any players that you're attached to, though, Jerry, that you wouldn't want to see go if like Tom Wagner and Chris Davis are like ruthless to bring in players and sell players on?
I
Or
would like to see many go. All the ones what are out on loan at the moment, I can't see them coming back. I don't know about the players who are with Wolves at the moment. Will they step up? You know, I mean, we've got Chang and all. You know, will they step up? We don't know.
Yeah.
But with
I'll tell you one, just on that, you know, Jerry, one of the players that I'd like to see come on for the Blues is that Keller. I really think he's got some attires. I think he's a proper
Brandon
natural.
Keeler.
Yeah, yeah. And he was doing really well at Bradford, and they've just picked Walsall, haven't they, to the automatic promotion up into League One. He's always had something about him. I remember watching him in one of the friendlies a couple of seasons ago when he was coming through as a kid, and he's got such a natural look and natural ability about him, and I think he really could be something to look out for. If we hadn't have had Harris here this season on loan, I think he could have filled that spot for me. Similar age.
I will leave it all down to Chrissy Davies. Even though this is his first season,
yeah, you're right.
I think he's going to surprise a lot of people.
Smashed it.
This might be his first job.
Yeah.
But look at his background as number twos. He's got lots of experience.
That's what you said, weren't it, Woody?
Yeah, Chris Davies. I mean, it's his first time managing, but he's been round the big circuits, and they've been high pressure jobs, and they have to deliver week on, week out. So I don't see any issues with him in the championship at all. I think it'd be nice as well because we can actually play a game of football for 90 minutes and not roll on the floor and all the time wasting antics.
Yeah.
Well, you've just reminded me of something I was going to say earlier, Woody. The fitness levels as well. You look at the what's going on in the background with Tom Brady, the science side of things.
Massively improved.
Stands us in good stead for this season coming up as well.
Yeah.
I think we might have to sacrifice a little bit of possession because we're not like the big fish in the small pond anymore. We're actually coming up to teams that are similar ilk, aren't we? So
yeah.
But I think really it's going to be a better spectacle, and it's going to be more. I think the atmosphere is going to be better because these are the teams that we're used to playing against.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to be in for a good season.
Do you think these? Well, this is a question for all of you, including Jerry as well. Do you think now that we've had this reset approach, breaking all these records, do you think that these teams are going to take us seriously and really go for us? I'll let you answer that one first, Jerry.
I think they've got to take us seriously. I think somebody said earlier on that a lot of teams are going to come and put 10 players behind the ball. The Championship's a completely different game from League One.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to be fast and furious. And I think we're going to attack more, and the other teams in the league, in the championship, are going to attack more. That's going to give us more space. Personally,
Yeah, it's definitely going to open up more. I think in the championship.
definitely.
And I think it's going to be more entertaining football as well. It's going to be a lot more teams playing like the similar style to Blues.
Exactly. They're all going to be the same.
Yeah.
There are going to be teams who put 10 men behind the ball.
Yeah.
You know, the bottom 8, 9 clubs who you expect to be at the bottom, they're going to do that. The top teams in the top 10, they're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. It's going to be there's going to be some cracking games down the Blues next season. Some cracking games.
Yeah.
But as I put in the comments earlier on, I'll go to Jay first. For the second keeper, Farrell has have to go. Who would you bring in for a second keeper?
They've been touted at this Bournemouth keeper, haven't they? That's one of the rumours going around at the moment. And the other rumour is Butland again, isn't it? Butland coming in again. We keep hearing that's every season at the moment, isn't it?
And that's Sam Tickle as well, weren't there as well?
It's a good show.
I think. I think he's got to go. For me, he's made too many mistakes, but yeah, I'll probably say like Sam Tickle, but like to me, I think Allsop's got to be number 1. I think he's earned his spot.
Yeah.
Allsop number 1 all the way.
Yeah, all the way.
Well, he's a total all-rounder for me, Allsop, isn't he? From his foot control to his shot stopping, his distribution, everything's there, isn't it?
All I'm going to say right now, and I'll let you... There's 84 watching now, and there's us 3 having this conversation, right? We're back in the championship now. Picture the squad that we had in the championship last time round. Would you rather have Allsop as your number 1 or John Ruddy? All day.
Contest.
All day. All day, every day.
Nanosecond of thought there, isn't it? Yeah.
At least if Allsop kicks the ball up top, it's going to the player.
Can't we get Camp back in, Jay? Jay, can we get Camp back in, though?
Yeah.
It was his fault, wasn't it?
I mean, you got the likes of Allsop, who's like pretty much pinpointing players when he's kicking the ball, and you got John Ruddy who's hitting the ball over the main stand. You know what I mean? It's Allsop all day, every day.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, puts it in perspective, mate.
I think what would be interesting
as well. It'd be brilliant. Sorry, Woody.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, obviously we've been very efficient, haven't we? We've the wins. We haven't been spectacular viewers, but we've been winning after win after winning. And I think he'll keep that approach. Like, get the 2-0, just shut up shop, get the win, on to the next. I think he'll probably keep that same approach. We're not going to be like banging in 5s and 6s, especially at this level. But I think the mentality is, do your job, lads. We believe in you, and get the wins, and then keep us propelling up that league.
Yeah.
We
I think we're going to be in for another treat again, Jerry. I do you?
Pardon?
I think we're going to be in for another treat again. Do you?
We're going to have another shock. I tell you.
Neil's proper, like, I mean, I don't think he's sitting down. He's proper, like, on his toes. He's getting excited already for next season.
I'm raring to go, mate. I am raring to go.
Raring, look.
We are going to be in for another big shot next season. And do you think we could break any more records?
Would he?
I think we've been blessed, haven't we, this year? There's no 2 ways about it. It's beyond our wildest dreams, the amount of records, and these records have been going from day dot. So I think it's going to be hard to replicate the amount of points for certain. But you never know. There might be other things. We've never been prolific goal scorers, so we may get that. There might be other things that we can beat as well. I think the 2 big ones, the amount of wins, 34, that's just crazy. And obviously the points record speaks for itself. More happy times, more memories, more winning. Let's get up there. Let's support them and enjoy it because this is our time in the sun.
Neil,
why not? You've got to always chase it, haven't you? Until it's impossible. But you've got to set your targets, haven't you? And we know that Davis will go for everything. He's not one to go and play for a draw, is he? He will go out to win every game. And Woody just touched upon. I think that if we're 2-0 up in a game, he's not going to sit back on that either. I think he's still going to go like we have.
And I still believe as well, lads, as well.
Never hold on to it before, could we? But we do now.
Oh, Neil, just quickly. I still believe as well. Do you remember when we went through that phase where we concede a goal or two and we come back? I genuinely believe that, like, if that happens in the Championship, it'll be the same again. I genuinely believe it because of what Chris Davis is creating with the players.
Yeah.
That relationship.
Have a look what happened at Wembley.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Wembley was one of, if not the worst performance. But have a look afterwards. He got them all together, didn't he, Tom Wagner? And he's changing the culture. And he's probably saying to them, look, guys, if you want to stop here and be winners, then you have to perform like winners. I'm not going to accept what's I've just seen. And it is a cutthroat business.
Yeah.
And the spoils always go to the winners. So I think, it's changing the culture of the club for the better.
Yeah. Well, my season ticket will be sorted next week, and I'll be in the same seat, so nobody will get it.
Good man.
And I'm hoping, with all the away games I've been to this year, I'm hoping to be either a bronze or a silver, so I'll get more tickets. And we will get more tickets next season. Don't forget, in the Championship, we'll get more away tickets because the bigger grounds. So more Blues fans will get a chance next season to go away with the Blues.
Yeah. Yeah, NST's put about Sam Tickle as well, about having approaching him more, Josh Keeley.
What's been your favourite away game, Jerry?
Oh,
we saw you at Huddersfield, didn't we? Did you see Jerry at Huddersfield, Woody?
I went to Huddersfield.
But I saw you, didn't I? I saw you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Talking,
I went to Barnsley. That was freezing cold, wet, wind. I saw Jay at Exeter.
I didn't.
Jay was drunk at Exeter.
I was clapped.
I brought him down there in a car. I never saw him at the game.
I was clapped.
He kept going AWOL.
That game, right, Jerry, the Exeter away, mate, I've never drank so much in my life. I had 19 points on the way down.
Well,
I weren't even there then.
I was in that little small pub on the corner, not far from the turnstiles. I was in there. And then when I came, I saw Jay in the ground almost at the end. And I shouted him over, and Jay came over to speak to me. And he was steaming, he was.
I was steaming, weren't I?
Understatement of the year.
Looking away was great. Floating away was great. So hopefully more away games next season.
That's it, mate. Which memories though, Jerry, as well, you know, it's all I can say is we're on the up. We're on the rise.
Before I go, can I just say a big thank you to Blue Shadow, because my sister passed away 3 weeks ago, and she wrote me a beautiful poem.
Oh, fair play.
And
sorry for your loss as well, Jerry. We love
you,
mate.
Sent me a poem. So Blue Shadow, I've not posted it yet, but thank you for the poem. It's beautiful.
And this is this is the community that we've got, mate. It's
she's
brilliant.
She's lovely with her poems, and she Blue Shadow. She's got talent.
Yeah,
she's got talent, and she should make a book of poems because she's brilliant.
Yeah.
And I do speak to Blue Shadow at every game with Paul Mack and Jay if I bump into him if he's sober.
And Duncan as well. Duncan's been there as well, isn't he? And Nick.
Yeah, and Duncan's been there. I've met Duncan. Yeah.
And Nick as well.
So, these are the new people I've met this season. So thank you to Jay and Nick and everybody else.
That's it, mate. We're all up. We're just one big family. Jerry.
Anyway.
And we keep right on.
Have a good weekend.
And you, mate. What's your message to the Bluenoses, Jerry?
Keep right on and shit on the Villa and fuck them all.
Good lad.
Superb,
Jerry.
I'll catch you next season.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
Down the Blues for a beer.
100%, mate. Or two.
Catch you later, guys.
See you later.
Hey, Jerry.
See you, Jerry.
Keep right on. Right, lads, we'll leave it there then. It's been superb tonight, isn't it?
Superb, mate. Absolutely superb.
I can't believe Barry ringing from Australia. Unbelievable. And that's what it's all about, you know. This
is what you've done, mate.
And anybody who's nervous about phoning him, please don't be, because I get nervous doing this. You know, I'll do it for you because I love Blues. I love the Bluenoses. So don't ever get nervous about ringing in. You know, it's always good to hear different views and opinions. You're not going to get ousted about it. It's just conversation, and you know, this is it's about making memories, and you know, doing this collaboration with yourself, Neil and Woody, and Woody sponsoring me, and all the people that we've met, all the memories that we've made. This is what this channel's about. Even though I present it, it's not about me. It's about my journey, meeting you, and you know, it's us. It's just been brilliant, absolutely fantastic. What a season, and long may it continue. What's your message for the Bluenoses, Neil?
Keeping right on until the next season, where we're going to go and win everything again and be positive and go straight up into the Prem. That's my message at the moment.
What's yours, Woody?
Don't you know? Pump it up. The Blues are going up.
I think there you go. You've heard it through Woody and Neil. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. And the same if you can do that for Neil as well. BlueTube. They mean the world to me as well. And thanks for everybody that's been supporting me through last season. Going to make more memories. We're on the up. And we'll be doing some more videos and planning some stuff anyway, like pre-season and getting some videos in between. But yeah, keep right on. And thanks for joining in there, Woody and Neil as well. It's been good to get you on again. And Nick as well. Love you, son.
Good to see you, boys.
Keep right on. Come on, you Blue boys.